Hello, everyone. Hello. ये कहाँ पे on है? Okay, am I audible? Am I visible to everyone? Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Okay, hi Nikhila. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Prajwal. So all those who are present, welcome. We welcome you all, and all those who are watching us on YouTube live, we welcome you all. For the first time, we are live on YouTube. So ARETE Academy is live for the first time. And we welcome you on this occasion of Deepavali, Dhanteras. So many of the states, many families are celebrating Dhanteras today. So happy Dhanteras to all of you. It is the festival of prosperity, happiness, lights, there's a lot of things. However, we are not celebrating Dhanteras today. I will celebrate, our family will celebrate it tomorrow. But yes, we thought on the occasion of Deepavali, and we have also completed our 2 months of this ACE classroom program. Those who don't know, it is ARETE Current Affair exclusive classroom module. We have a test series module also for mains. So this classroom module, we wanted to share the learnings today with all of you on the occasion of Deepavali, so that दीपावली को थोड़ा सेफ्टी के साथ, प्रिकॉशन के साथ मनाओगे और कमबैक भी अच्छा करेंगे, राइट? गुड आफ्टरनून शिवानी, हैप्पी धनतेरस. So who all are there in the class today? Okay, so we have, okay, Aparna, Nikhil, Nirmal. Welcome Nirmal, Prajwal, Rashmi, Shivani, Yoga. So a special welcome for Aparna and Nirmal. You guys are joining after a long time live. However, you all are watching it recorded. And citizen of Akhand Bharat and Rajesh Paswan, welcome, welcome, and happy Deepavali. So first, we will start our discussion. So new specs are looking amazing on you. Thank you so much. Nice observation. However, you are late. And Aparna Singh, good afternoon, sir. Shubh Dhanteras, everyone. Congratulations on completing 2 months. Okay, good. Chalo. So let's start our discussion. And we have 2 ways live. People are live. One on YouTube, and one we have a live person sitting in the classroom. Okay. So 2 ways it's live, and third, our classroom students are already live. Okay. So what we are going to discuss first today is we are going to discuss the case studies and examples. So those who have already are part of the current affairs program, ये file आपके पास होगी. The classroom module program would be there with you. ठीक है? So hope you all have downloaded it. Okay, so we are going to discuss this, and those who are attending it live, don't worry, एक running notes बनाना है. So whatever you are listening, just have pen and paper with you and make your own running notes. After the class, we will provide the PDF with you. We will share the PDF that you can download later. But don't be passive while watching the classes. थोड़ा actively engage होके note करेंगे. ठीक है? Are we good? People on YouTube who are watching us, are we good? Good afternoon, Seema. Okay, great. So let's start our discussion for the day. So those who are attending it for the first time and those who are attending it on YouTube live. So we have a structure in the, as part of this ACE classroom program, we discuss case studies, examples, we discuss RD sheets, we discuss mains issues in a holistic manner, and then we discuss the prelims questions, prelims topics we understand and we discuss. So ऐसे 4 चीजें हम discuss करते हैं. Some or the other time there will be add-ons related to respective topics. So that also we discuss. Today we are going to discuss case studies. We are going to discuss RD sheets. We are going to discuss 2 mains issues, and we will discuss prelims questions, prelims topics. Okay. So this will be the structure for those who are new. And yeah, so first we will start with the case studies of the day. So we have taken this case studies of climate change and change, impact of the climate change on the monsoon pattern. And the people who are watching it on YouTube, feel free to ask your doubts and feel free to put questions. And it will be good when I ask those doubts. At that time, if you share, it will be very good, so that there will be no disruption or disturbance in between the class. Okay, so we are going to discuss this case study, changes in the monsoon pattern. So what is happening because of the climate change? Climate change is affecting all of us. Climate change is affecting this species. Few days back we have discussed that how great Indian bustard has adapted. एक अंडे से दो अंडे देने लग रही है, एडेप्टेबिलिटी का प्रॉब्लम आ गया है, तो उसने ये अडेप्ट किया कि क्लाइमेट चेंज को कैसे अडेप्ट किया जाए, सर्वाइवल. Then climate change related, we have discussed the zombie eyes, New Zealand skiing area, how the industry, the sports industry is getting affected. And today, like this, we have discussed multiple examples, multiple issues. Those who are part of, who are there in our ACE test series program, Triple M approach, you have already written 2-3 questions on climate change, conservation. Okay, coral bleaching we have discussed. Thank you, Shivani. We were missing you yesterday, Shivani. ऐसे relate करवा देती हो तुम. तो now we will discuss about the changes in monsoon pattern. So changes in monsoon pattern because of climate change. What? Even you can write. You must have observed. You must have read it that how climate change is affecting the monsoon pattern. Okay. So here points are there. Remember these pointers. It will be helpful. First is clear prolongation of the monsoon season. We are in November. We are entering November. Be it the onset of monsoon or the retreating monsoon, still आप देख रहे हैं कि पुणे में it has crossed the limit, the monsoon. Bangalore, yesterday night also it was raining. ठीक है, Bangalore is because of its peculiar location, onset of monsoon, retreating monsoon दोनों से rain receive करता है. But in Uttar Pradesh अभी कुछ दिन पहले तक बारिश हो रही थी. So this prolongation of monsoon season is happening. And if prolongation of monsoon season is happening, it signifies or it symbolizes what? कि जो Bay of Bengal है वो normal से ज़्यादा warm है, गर्म है, ठीक है? So monsoon rainfall extending beyond October, it symbolizes the fact with respect to the temperature conditions of the oceans. So Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, they are now warmer than the earlier. So this is one aspect, how climate change is affecting. Second aspect is that it is also symbolizing कि जो ocean है वो ज़्यादा गर्म है, इसका मतलब वो ज़्यादा moisture जब गर्म होता है तो क्या होता है, ज़्यादा बारिश होगी. So it means पहले क्या होता था? Just hold on. Okay. So the issue is जब वो ज़्यादा गर्म रहेगा, पहले मॉनसून होता था, बारिश होती थी, and once the rainy period is over, oceans भी calm हो जाते थे, cool हो जाते थे. But अभी मॉनसून के बाद भी वो cool नहीं हो रहे हैं. It means उनका जो nature है और जो temperature है वो कम ही नहीं हो रहा है. It means traditionally जो पहले cool हो जाता था, now they are warmer for longer duration. It means they are absorbing more heat. And why they are absorbing more heat? Because there is more heat, right? So climate change, global warming is impacting all these aspects. Are we good? Hope I am audible, visible, everybody. No confusion, people on YouTube. Okay, so this is done. Nature of rainfall is different. So one prolongation we have seen. Second is nature of rainfall is different. पहले थोड़ी सी बारिश होती थी, रुक जाती थी. Now it is sustained rain over a few days. It is happening, especially those who are following the forecast of Bangalore rains. मुझे लोग बाहर से, यूपी से, मेरे होम स्टेट से, मेरे स्टूडेंट्स और अलग-अलग जगह से फोन कर, सर बैंगलोर में तो बारिश होने वाली है बहुत ज्यादा. So this forecast, मतलब sustained rain over longer duration. That is also nature of rainfall is different now, prolonged, but and not the short bursts. The third is unconventional rains. How unconventional rains are happening? So, अभी मॉनसून का रेनफॉल पहले राजस्थान, उत्तराखंड, ईस्टर्न राजस्थान, हरियाणा वहां तक उतना नहीं होता था. But now they are mixing. What are mixing? Western disturbances and the monsoon. इनकी रेन मिक्स हो रही है. So ये अनकन्वेंशनल रेनफॉल हो रहा है. जहां पहले रेनफॉल नहीं होता था, now in the western disturbances area they are experiencing the rainfall. Okay, so the recent spell rainfall over Western Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Eastern Rajasthan is the example of that. It was the result of the interaction of monsoon winds and the western disturbances. So that is also unconventional rains are happening. Fourth is short intense bursts over sustained period. So short intense burst over a sustained period. Cloud burst के instances बढ़ रहे हैं, less duration में ज्यादा बारिश हो रही है. So short instances bursts are happening, and that too over a sustained period. It is happening, but it is happening frequently. Over a sustained period, it is happening. Okay, and definitely we are experiencing this extreme rainfall events with respect to intensity, with respect to frequency. We have experienced जहां पहले बारिश नहीं होती थी अब वहां बारिश हो रही है, जहां hail storms नहीं आते थे वहां hail storms आ रहे हैं. So these kind of problems we are facing, extreme weather events. So extreme rainfall events are also being experienced. In eastern part of the Uttar Pradesh, we are experiencing flood-like situation. Few days back, only in my hometown, people started posting the videos, pics, that how flood situations are building up. Sir, what all places you told have received unconventional rainfall? So इसके लिए ज़्यादा struggle नहीं करना है. You just imagine and visualize कि जो monsoon rainfall होती है राजस्थान में, do we experience Western Uttar Pradesh, right? हरियाणा, उत्तराखंड, यहाँ पे रेनफॉल होती है लेकिन मॉनसून से कम वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंसेस से ज्यादा होती है. अरावली रेंजेस के वेस्ट में रेनफॉल एक्सपीरियंस जो है मॉनसून से कम होता है, बिकॉज वी नो दैट साउथ वेस्ट मॉनसून की जो स्ट्रीम है वो पैरेलली चली जाती है. दिस इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट यू हैव रेड. सो ये कुछ प्लेसेस के नाम आप वहां से ऐड कर लेंगे. आर वी गुड? So this is one of the value addition which was given in the newspaper, and you will use it, that how climate change is affecting the monsoon pattern. So we have kept this. So this is one of the case studies, example, value addition point, which whenever you are writing about climate change, whenever you are writing about that how monsoon pattern is changing, be it in geography also. Let's say if there is a question on a static portion, you can add this value addition observation from your current affairs. This is the role of the current affairs aspect. Hope you all are understanding. Now you please tell if there is any doubt with respect to this component. We will address, otherwise we will proceed with the next topic. Everyone on YouTube, any confusion, any problem? You can ask the doubts. Okay. With respect to climate change, we have another value addition with us. So what is it? Let's understand. Today, we have taken again another component from the climate change, but that we are going to discuss from 2-3 aspects. So here we are going to discuss with one aspect, this particular information, whatever we are going to discuss, it is important for climate smart agriculture. It is important for nutrition point of view, millets. Okay, so as part of Triple M test series, you must have written a question on climate smart agriculture as well. So you can add these value addition points there. So let's see what is the information. So there is expectation that by 2030, India's population is going to increase 1.5 billion. This is the argument. See how to build a context that we have to understand. So by 2030, India's population is going to increase. And we are also, we know that we are also experiencing climate change. We are, अभी कुछ ही दिन पहले global कौन सी report release हुई है? And India's rank is 107. Can anyone tell? Yesterday only we have discussed. Global Hunger Index, right? So global hunger index release हुआ है, और global hunger index में we have seen that we are hungry people. हमारे यहाँ hunger का problem है. Right? So that is also one of the problems. So hunger ka challenge hai, climate change is happening, nutrition problem is there, and our population is also going to increase. So amidst all these, we need food security, right? So food security and chahiye, and we are leading producer of the millets. We are global leaders. 41% of the global production of millet India produce karta hai. So don't you think that nutritional security climate smart agriculture when we are talking about, or on the face of climate change, whenever we are talking about, millets can provide a solution. So they can provide a solution for all three things. They can provide a solution for our hunger problem, global hunger index आया है, so nutrition deficiency, or be it the climate change, climate smart, or the food security component and feeding the increasing population. So it can help everywhere. Okay, are we good till here? And already government has started a submission on Nutri cereals, which is millets as part of National Food Security Mission. So government ने ये भी introduce किया हुआ है. So already government has taken the cognizance of this. Okay, and it was experimented. There is a International Fund for Agriculture Development, IFAD, International Fund for Agriculture Development is there. Their Tejaswini program is there, and they are implementing their Tejaswini program with in MP with the Madhya Pradesh government. They have found that not only food security, climate change, or feeding the increasing population, but millets can also help in income security. When we are talking about doubling the farmers' income, so they have found that with the help of this millets, farmers were able to get 10 times more income. So there was increase in the income, 10 times increase in the income was found. So in 2013 and 14, it was rupees 1800 per month. Same farmers, they were able to get 16,227 in 2021. So see the jump, see the hike. It is not only double, 10 times. Okay. So income security point of view, it is also very helpful. Need for fewer inputs, so we don't need ज़्यादा input, ज़्यादा water नहीं चाहिए होता है, ज़्यादा इनको pesticides नहीं चाहिए होते हैं. They are very resistant. Tolerance level उनका बहुत अच्छा होता है, right? So in that aspect also we need fewer inputs, and they are less extractive of the soil. So soil conservation point of view, whenever we are talking about conservation of the soil, degradation of the soil, so there also it will be helpful. And it preserves the agro biodiversity. So biodiversity, because of more use of the inputs like pesticides and chemicals, biodiversity, pests, ये भी कम हो जाते हैं. Healthy pests, वो भी कम हो जाते हैं. So for that, from that aspect also, it is very important. Okay, and it increases the yields for small farmers and rural areas. There is another problem of Indian agriculture. Small and marginal farmers holdings are less, so उनके लिए कम लैंड में ज्यादा yield देता है, तो उनको न्यूट्रिशनल सिक्योरिटी भी मिलेगी, इनकम सिक्योरिटी भी मिलेगी, and it will be not impacted by the excessive rainfall. Okay, now my dear students, all those who are watching on YouTube and who are attending the classes as well, whatever we have discussed here, we have discussed almost 7 to 8 arguments that why we should promote millets. Every point was argument. Be it climate smart agriculture, be it the farmer's income, be it the soil degradation, biodiversity point of view, or less input point of view, you take all these as substantiation, and we have discussed arguments. So this is how we prepare for any issue. Even though it is one of the example, but this example is suitable for so many arguments. Okay, hope you got the value addition point. This is how we should learn. Are we good till here? Any confusion, any problem? Koi understanding? Good afternoon, Nilesh. So any confusion is there, please let me know. Those who have joined late on YouTube, so we are discussing the case studies and examples from the 3rd week of the October, 2nd and 3rd week of October from the newspaper as part of our ARETE Current Affairs Classroom module. Okay, so this was the second example which we have discussed. Please make your running notes, and later we will provide the notes also. So see, these are the points, but you have got the skill that how to generate arguments. This way you should do the interlinking of the topics. When you will do the interlinking, then only you will be able to develop that mature understanding from the current affairs. Otherwise तो ठीक है, बस collection होता रहेगा, compilation की reading होती रहेगी, पता नहीं चलेगा, है ना? So don't do that. Avoid that aspect. Are we good, everyone in the class? Okay, Darshan, you are also there. Welcome. So Darshan, I think today is your first class, so we all welcome you on the first day of your class. And yeah, so happy learning. Chalo, good, Shivani? Okay, great. So the third component which we are going to discuss as part of the case study and example component, so judicial appointment. Recently, you all must have seen and you must have followed the appointment of the Chief Justice of India, and we know that there is a collegium system. So collegium क्या काम करता है? वो नेम को रिकमेंड करता है और सीनियरिटी के बेसिस पे होता है, एक कन्वेंशन है, एक अप्रोच है, वो फॉलो हो रही है ऑलरेडी. NJAC and which amendment act, can you please tell me which amendment act was quashed by the Supreme Court with respect to the appointment? Very good. So 99th Amendment Act, which was introduced and it deals with the appointment of the judges, it was quashed. So we are following the normal collegium system, the established collegium system. So generally collegium क्या काम क्या होता है? Collegium system, primacy of collegium system is that collegium will suggest name, but it was found that judicial vacancies which are there, collegium system को judicial vacancy को fill करने के लिए names को suggest करना रहता है. So they suggested two names. They suggested the name of Justice Muralidhar and Justice Pankaj Mittal. They suggested the name, and Justice Muralidhar, age-wise, seniority-wise, his appointment was due. Justice Mittal का appointment due नहीं था, but दो नाम suggest किए गए थे. But the center, what they did, the government they cherry picked this. They cherry picked the name of Pankaj Mittal over Muralidhar, and they didn't give any explanation that why they are choosing. Even Muralidhar doesn't know कि अच्छा technically I am suitable candidate, but still my appointment has been not done. So this approach, or why we are discussing is this here is because in judicial appointment, these kind of cherry picking or these kind of interferences from the executive is happening, which is not at all healthy. It is not at all healthy from the separation of power point of view. It is not healthy with respect to the functioning or the trust component. Now you just imagine if I am appointing you, out of term promotion I am giving you, or I am giving you undue benefits, किसकी सुनोगे आप? किसको फॉलो करोगे? फेवरेटिज्म का एक कॉन्सेप्ट हो गया ये. So such kind of judicial appointments it affected because executive is doing the cherry picking from the list. So this was the context. So government chose to notify Justice Mittal transfer to Rajasthan High Court while keeping silence over why Justice Muralidharan was kept on hold, why his transfer was kept on hold. Okay, as the Chief Justice of Madras High Court. So that was the story. Independence of judiciary gets compromised, definitely. Now, if independence is getting compromised, how they will function? And independence of judiciary is one of the, you can say, core aspect of the judiciary, basic structure, you can say, right? So ऐसी चीजें affect होती हैं. So it is not only affecting the primacy of the collegium, but it also impacts the seniority of the judge. It lowers their morale, right? And definitely the components of favoritism and other things will follow, which is not good for the democracy. So this is one of the examples. So you can use the names and you can use the observation, because this is something which has been followed, which has been done. So there is no problem in criticizing or telling anything. So don't feel like कि सर सेफ खेलना है, गवर्नमेंट को क्रिटिसाइज नहीं करना है, वो उसकी बात कभी और करेंगे जहां डिजायर्ड होगा वहां. Are we good till here, everyone? All those who are live on YouTube, any confusion, any problem? Okay, Nilesh, Rajesh, citizen of Akhand Bharat? Anyone? No confusion? Okay. Sir, but it is not according to the convention. Which convention? नहीं, Collegium एक कन्वेंशन चला रहा है ना कि कोलिजियम सिस्टम है, कोलिजियम फॉलो करना चाहिए और उसमें सीनियर मोस्ट को जो है अपॉइंट करना चाहिए उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। तो ये चेरी पिकिंग कर रहे हैं ना, सो दैट वे इट इज प्रॉब्लमेटिक। अनकही अंडरस्टैंडिंग जो होती है उसको डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है। ओके रश्मि, कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, दैट इज इंडिया चाइना। So there is a say in the ACE classroom program, students, there is a very popular observation which I have been hearing कि सर अब तो हम लोगों ने इंडिया चाइना पे रिसर्च कर ली है, कभी इंडिया चाइना को रिप्रेजेंट करना हुआ तो हम ही लोग कर सकते हैं, इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन हो गई है, हैं श्री? व्हाट डू यू से? 20 मार्कर ऐसे भी लिखा जा सकता है, राइट? सो द आइडिया इज इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी पावरफुल नेशन, वेरी पावरफुल नेबर, and we have to be careful, right? China PCS पक्का है good, but China PCS में अभी तक हमने जो पढ़ा है वो इंडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव से पढ़ा है, चाइना में सिर्फ आप चाइना पर्सपेक्टिव से, good. So India China, another issue. So Tamil Nadu government has flagged serious concerns about certain activities. उन्होंने ऑब्जर्व किया कि श्रीलंका के नदर्न पार्ट पे चाइनीज आर्मी, Chinese people are very active and they are placing what they are doing, serious concern over the presence of the People's Liberation Army of China and they are deploying high-tech gadgets. High-tech gadgets they are deploying and क्यों कर रहे हैं? Under the garb of launching sea cucumber farming. Remember this, sea cucumber farming. वो कह रहे हैं भाई हम sea cucumber farming करने आए and श्रीलंका ने उनको अलाउ भी किया हुआ है। And on the name of that sea cucumber farming, they are deploying heavy gadgets, okay? So which are capable, they are deploying high-tech gadgets like satellites, drones, communication equipments, right? And the problem is that they can be used for surveillance, they can be used for monitoring. So India is definitely not comfortable with it. And this Tamil Nadu government has highlighted. Okay, citing the sources, they alert claim that the People Liberation Army have deployed these sophisticated gadgets under the garb of launching sea cucumber farming. So definitely it is another area of tension between India and China, where again China is taking the help of our neighbors, close neighbors like Sri Lanka. पाकिस्तान के साथ तो वो कर ही चुका है, तो ये ध्यान रखना है, wherever it is suitable you will fix this, the confidence building measures, how they are getting affected, what are the issues. So issues also you can highlight that how China is interfering or how China is playing role in our neighborhood and making us uncomfortable. ठीक है, so ये ध्यान रहेगा। हम बनटोटा में अभी एक उन्होंने एक वेसल भेजी थी, I have given this, we have discussed this as a part of prelims question as well. The name of the ship, याद आ रहा है कि उन्होंने बोला कि हम सर्विलांस करने आए हैं, that was the prelims question. Can anyone recall? And they told no, we are Yuan Wang 5. Very good Shivani, that's why I was missing you yesterday. Yuan Wang 5. So इस तरीके से बहुत सारे issues होते रहते हैं. Yes, good Rashmi. Okay, are we good till here? Any confusion? People? No sir, everything is going well, going good. Okay, good. So now we will discuss about the corruption in the civil services. So this is very important example we have taken from the current affairs, and this can be used in GS2. So by now you know where to use this. So you know corruption, GS2, role of civil services, GS2. Those who have attended ethics classes, otherwise also if you are familiar with the ethics syllabus, then we have a corruption as a topic in unit 7 of the GS4, and GS4 में तो हर keywords में हम कुछ ना कुछ misappropriation of fund, civil services, values which we can learn from the civil servants. So in order to highlight the negative values, we can use such examples. Okay, so you missed the classes too? Okay, no problem, it's okay. So here we have a very important name which you can use because this name is now in public and बंदे को रंगे हाथ पकड़ा गया है. Amitabh Banerjee, he is IRAS officer. So IRAS officer का मतलब क्या होता है? Indian Railway Account Service. So what he was doing, इन्होंने पहले स्टोरी समझा देता हूं. इन्होंने क्या किया? कुछ पैसे वैसे लिए डिपार्टमेंट से. केस स्टडी जाना पहचाना है? Oh, is it? Okay. So सुनते हैं अभी. What he did, डिपार्टमेंट से इन्होंने पैसे लिए, एक गेस्ट हाउस बनवाया, and he told that okay, this guest house will be the company guest house, and on the name of company guest house, what he did, he sanctioned the construction and जो भी पैसा वैसा चाहिए था सब कुछ करवा दिया. Then he started using that company guest house. He started staying there with the family. अच्छा, गेस्ट हाउस में जब भी कोई राशन आता है, whatever money will come, it will be considered as the person is consuming or guest house is consuming. Guest house is consuming. So be it ration, be it any component, furniture, everything on the name of the company guest house, everything was coming. क्योंकि sanction क्या होता था? Company guest house. यही नहीं, he even went on a foreign trip, official work दिखा के, with family. Okay, so like this, many irregularities were found and vigilance बैठी थी. Vigilance probe by railway was done, and they following a whistleblower complaint, and they found that yes, the person was indulged in corruption at this level. Okay, so here you can see that company guest house. Okay, and even the funding personal household expenses, right? Food, ration, everything is coming on the name of company guest house. Okay, medical bills, other expenditure reimbursements, getting the company to pay long-term visa fee for foreign travel on the personal passport for a period well after his retirement also. कहाँ misuse किया उसने? Misuse of official car. So finally what has happened, because of the vigilance, whistleblow हुआ था, उसके बाद ये vigilance हुई थी. So you can use this as an example for whistleblower also, that how and why whistleblowing is important. So Ministry of Railways finally has stripped Amitabh Banerjee of his power, and he was the chairman and managing director of a PSU, Indian Railway Finance Corporation. So he was an IRS officer who was the chairman and MD of a PSU, IRFS. Okay, so whistleblowing. So one tool, one example can be helpful for whistleblowing also, corruption also, right? And vigilance, because of vigilance, he was caught finally. So you can highlight the importance of the vigilance also.
Delayed vigilance, actually, it was so long.
Yeah, delayed vigilance. So you can highlight this कि vigilance कितना अच्छे से काम कर रहा है कि vigilance team नहीं पकड़ पाई. So it is a component of delayed vigilance also. Positive, negative, दोनों use कर सकते हो. Good observation. Okay, are we good till here? Everyone? Any confusion? Happy Deepavali, Vivek, and all those who are watching it live. Happy Deepavali to all of you, and happy Dhanteras. भगवान आप सभी लोगों को समृद्धि, सुख, खुशियां पूरे परिवार के साथ दे. In Delhi IAS, couple vacated athletes who were practicing in a stadium. Yeah, I think we have discussed it as a part of our in our ethics class. So that happened last year. Ethics class, sorry, June happened. So in our ethics class, we have discussed it. Okay, good. IAS officer from Jharkhand, बहुत ही famous. अपने husband के लिए hospital ही बनवा दिया था. याद आ रहा है किसी को? Starts with P, I guess. What was the name? Shivani? Pooja Singhal. Yes, very good. Yes, Rashmi. Okay, others? Aparna, Nirmal. Avisha is not there today. Okay, no problem. Okay, so are we good? YouTube? Okay, great. Now we will discuss another example, and this is the last example, last case study for today. And 300 crore couple IAS Tinu Joshi and वो तो बड़े पुराने हैं, मतलब वो तो pioneers हैं, one of the pioneers. Yes, we have discussed it. Tinu Joshi, Anup Joshi. Okay, so this is the last case study and example for today. Impact of climate change on food security. So World Food Prize has been given to Cynthia Rosenwig for her pioneering work in the she did research and found that how climate change is affecting the food production, be it the yield or the quality, how the intensity of the waves, the droughts, the ultimate floods, how it is putting risk of food security. So because of her research work and proving it that yes, there is a direct linkage, she has been given the World Food Prize. Now there is a homework for all of you. I know some of you know it and you might respond it in the comment section, YouTube or here in the class, that this World Food Prize is given by which authority? If you don't know, please note down it as a homework. If you know, fine, you can share it with us. Okay, so this is the prelims question, homework for you. Okay, good. Good, Yoga. I will not disclose. Let others also find it out. YouTube, anyone? Not? Nobody is sharing? Okay, no problem. Google kar lenge. Chalo, good. So today we have discussed these 6 examples and cases. Sir, I am still the homework in charge. Yes, Rashmi, since Prakhyat is not there, you are the homework in charge. So please note down this homework and post it in our Telegram channel so that everybody will follow that. And I am sure that you all must have done the previous homeworks. If not, and Rashmi, you are also in charge of reviewing the homework of post-independence consolidation, different PMs and their role. So everybody has submitted. I will share with you. You review it. Okay? Chalo, glad. Are we good? Shall we shift to the next component? So quickly we will discuss 2-3 important ready data which was there, and then we will see the prelims question. Okay. Are you all able to understand? Are you all able to relate, follow? Confusion तो नहीं हो रहा किसी को? And those who are attending for the first time, Darshan and people on YouTube, any confusion? Are you able to follow? Able to understand? Good. Great. Chalo, quickly we will see the data. So ready data is basically the facts, figures, reports which we find in the newspaper and important for the exam point of view. We share it with all of you. So those who don't know about it, I'm telling to them. So non-performing assets, if we analyze, in late 2000s, in that decade, the non-performing asset was in the range of 3.5%. But it started to increase, and it slowly, gradually increased. And in 2011, it started to increase since 2011. But in 2018, it has peaked to this level, that is 11.8%. You can also draw a graph like this, and then you can show. बीच वाला हटा भी सकते हो. You simply write 2000 and 2018 you can write. Here you write 3.5. Here you can write 11.8%, and you can show the increase. This is another way of representing the data in the exam for answer writing point of view. So this is important answer writing tip. You should note it down. Okay? So this is happening. And it has been observed that the NPAs are more in public sector banks than the private sector banks. Problem है, public sector banks में increase होने के अपने reasons हैं. What are the reasons? So this you can use the data as an argument also whenever you are analyzing GS3 में NPAs. See, whatever data, whatever case studies we are discussing, I'm telling you how to use, where to use, but you have to revise it again and again. Write on the margins how to use, how to, yes, we will discuss that. How to use, where to use, keep revising, keep thinking. So reasons are, the business model, private versus public itself is very different. Private ज़्यादा risk वाले area में नहीं है. High net worth individual को tap करता है, but public, Tata, sorry, steel industry, road industry, okay. So commodity sensitive sector, be it iron and steel, textiles, priority sector lending. So the business model itself is very different. So because of that, they are exposed to commodity sensitive sectors. So this is one observation. This is one argument itself, that why NPAs are increasing. You can write it. Second observation, which is there, is exogenous shocks, which is not in the control. So exogenous shocks जो हैं वो हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, उसकी वजह से भी NPAs बढ़ते हैं. So these 2 points are important to tell, to observe that why the NPAs are increasing. ठीक है? Are we good? So the business model is different. Exogenous shocks are there, which is not in our control. So these are we have got data, we have got the reasons, that arguments, and we will use it that why NPAs are more in the public sector banks. For privatization also this can be an argument, that why privatization should be supported of the public sector bank. Very good, Shri. Very good, Satakshi. That privatization should be supported because of this. Yes, farm loan waivers, so populism and all, priority sector lending. Yes, Rashmi, very good. Privatization of banks. Okay, let's see what people are saying on YouTube. Sir, please tell something about this program. Shriram is saying, okay, Shriram, I think you are late. And the starting itself, I have told, just give me 2 minutes. As soon as we finish this ready data sheet, I will tell you about this program. Okay. So first you try to understand. So one data we have discussed with respect to non-performing assets, we have seen the argument. Now we know we can use it whenever we are arguing with respect to non-performing asset, or when we are arguing for positives, why we should support privatization of banks, this one. Sir, but most NPAs are public sector banks are because of HNIs. HNIs की वजह से भी है. That is another example. Here, the other exposure we are discussing. So that is another dimension. But long gestation of periods, कभी coal का price crash कर जा रहा है, कभी जो commodities हैं उनका supply नहीं हो रहा है, तो project कभी fail हो जाता है. So there are the challenges because of the business model. So in that business model, we are discussing. Political influence, until unless it has been proven somewhere, don't write it. Okay. Populism and all, where you can say that farm loan waiver and all. So such populist policies you can comment upon, taking the clue of the political influences. Okay. Coming to the second point, coal industry. So coal industry, here there is one analysis by Global Energy Monitor. Again, the second homework of the day, Rashmi, monitor of the class, please note down the homework that this Global Energy Monitor is released by whom? कोई body है, कोई NGO है, करता कौन है? So this Global Energy Monitor has found that, I will tell you the story first. In India, we are planning कि और coal thermal power plants को लेके आते हैं, because the thermal power plants which are there with us, they are not sufficient. So this global energy monitor, they have found कि भाई आपके पास जो coal thermal power plants हैं, they are there, but you are not utilizing the capacity. So आप जो लाने की बात कर रहे हो, what about your INDC targets? What about the availability of the coal? What about your INDC, matlab environmental conservation, environmental targets? So first use the existing capacity, then think of expanding. In order to expand, what do you need? You need land. You need to remove the forest. You need to displace the people. तो ये सब भी तो impact होगा ना? So what they have observed that India's coal mines use only 2/3 of the capacity, and some large ones they are using only 1%. And India has experienced severe coal crises, with more than 100 out of 285 thermal power plants witnessing coal stocks fall below the critical mark of 25%. वहां shortage हो रहा है. In over 50 plants, it fell below the 10%. So this is also leading to power shortage. Okay? तो coal mines, ये जो under development हैं, जो coal mines को आप expand करने की बात कर रहे हो, उनको develop new coal mines की development की बात कर रहे हो, it is going to affect in multiple ways. And this coal mines under development, they will not only the first component displace at least 165 villages, it will also affect 87,000 families, out of which predominantly they are tribal people. This also threatens agriculture land. See how many arguments we are generating. And it is also affecting forest, fifth argument. And it will also consume at least 168,000 kilowatts per water per day. This is our sixth argument, comparable to daily water needs of over 1 million people according to GEM. So are you understanding? Coal mines के expansion, new coal mines और coal mines करते हैं, but जो आपकी existing coal mines हैं, आप उनको ही नहीं use कर रहे हो. उनकी ही capacity को आपने अच्छे से exploit नहीं किया है. At some places it has been it has been used only, the capacity has been used only for 1%. And if we are going to expand, ये सारा problem होगा. So 6 arguments itself we have got. Otherwise also, if you're not talking about these expansion, you can simply talk that how dependency on coals for thermal power plants for energy generation is threat. So it is threat for forest, it is threat for the agriculture land, it is threat for the tribal people, it is threat for the families, displacement, what kind of challenges, what kind of problems it will lead to. So that also you can highlight. Are we all understanding it? Yes? Everyone? पासवान जी कोई दिक्कत? विवेक, श्रीराम, Nilesh, Akhand Bharat, if you are still there, and those who are new, who have joined now, welcome. I welcome you all on our platform, ARETE Academy. Okay. One more, Shriram, then I will tell you about the program. Okay. So the last and the third topic of the day with respect to as part of the ready data is with respect to the FDI. So the story is that FDI inflow in India is increasing, is good, is consistent. Even in COVID pandemic time also, despite COVID pandemic, global development, the geopolitical development, the problems, the investment sentiments, we were able to attract FDI, and we were able to attract $84.8, you can say approx 85 billion USD. Even though pandemic was there, even though geopolitical, so that we have discussed. And this is a consistent rise in the past decade. So India has seen a consistent rise in the past decade with fiscal year 2021-2022 receiving this much FDI. So why it is happening? It is good for Indian economy. Those who have attended yesterday's class, there we have discussed the forecast by IMF. याद आ रहा है? World Economic Outlook forecast by IMF, global average, somewhere average 3.2, India 6.5, 6.7 in that range. That is, which is good. Keeping in mind the global pandemic situation and ये सारी problem, it is good for the country, right? So that way, कल की learning और आज की learning mix कर देंगे कि इंडिया का forecast भी अच्छा है, FDI और आ रहा है, so it is good. Seeing the word consistent, we tend to mark it wrong when it is asked in prelims. Yes, but here still be very careful. This is the observation from the newspaper. I will ask you to wait till economic survey is released. You observe the pattern of the flow of FDI in economic survey, be it consistent, be it dip in one of the year. So ye observe kar lena. Here it is giving, this is the observation in the economic survey. If it is the same, then it's good. Still match it. Okay. So we have to be very careful of the sources. Okay. So what is happening? India is emerging as a manufacturing hub. इतने सारे steps लिए गए हैं. आत्मनिर्भर भारत, Make in India campaign, so many things, PLI schemes to boost our manufacturing. A lot of steps have been taken and India is emerging as a manufacturing hub, growing consumer market. We are consumption-based economy. But sir, isn't it decreasing now? It has reduced to 400 something US dollar, 650 billion. इसीलिए कह रहा हूं, ये जो डेटा है, ये 2021-2022 का डेटा है. ठीक है. सो वी हैव टू बी ऑब्जर्वेंट कि किस कंपैरिजन में कब से डेटा की बात हो रही है. अभी के रेस्पेक्ट में अब यूएस फेडरल टेपरिंग हो रही है. सो उसके कंसर्न में देखेंगे कि जो 2022 और 2023 का डेटा आएगा, दैट विल बी डिफरेंट. सो वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. ओके. Hub for ongoing digital transformation is happening. Large and stable democracy, political stability है. 10 years से हमारे honorable prime minister is there. Means the political stability जब रहती है, so uncertainty कम रहती है. What is happening in Sri Lanka? Economic crisis was there because of political instability. Okay, and consistent reform measures are being taken by government, ease of doing business, single window clearances, FDI through automatic route. बहुत सारे steps government भी ले रही है so that investment friendly environment बने. So this is it with respect to the ready data today, and now we will discuss the prelims question. So hope you all are ready. In the meantime, people who are watching us on live on YouTube, please ask your doubts. So there was a doubt, there was a question by Shriram. I will tell you now. Nilesh is saying Global Energy Monitor is an NGO, releases that report, annual survey of coal power capacity. Very good, Nilesh. Shriram is saying that, sir, please tell something. Okay, Bharti is saying non-governmental organization based on San Francisco. Very good, Bharti. So Bharti, if I'm not wrong, you are the same Bharti whom I know. Okay. So Shriram, if you are still there, and those who have joined new. So today, on the occasion of Deepavali, and to wish you all, and also we have completed our 2 months of the course, our course ACE classroom module, that is ARETE Current Affair Exclusive Classroom Module for UPSC CSE 2023, where we discuss the issues from mains point of view in a holistic manner. We discuss the case studies and examples. We discuss the ready data. We discuss prelims topics. So we try to cover here, not try, we cover here in holistic manner all the information from the current affairs which is relevant for the exam. Okay, so we do the weeding out for you, making it more relevant. So it is a next step towards your selection to make you feel more confident in your preparation. So that is the program all about. So it is a paid course, and today we have organized this for free. It is our first live YouTube video of the ARETE Academy. So this is about the program. Shriram, any confusion, please let me know. Okay, so what all we have discussed in the meantime? Let's see if somebody is replying. In the meantime, case studies and examples from this month of October. So we have already covered those who want to know. We have covered the current affairs. We started this program 2 months back, means 20th August we started. We have covered the current affairs of August month. We have covered the current affairs of from this month of September, and we are already discussing the current affairs from second and third week overlapping of the October month. Okay, so case studies and examples today we have discussed already. Ready data sheet, RD sheet, we have discussed. Now we are mains issue we will take in the last today. So 2 issues we are going to discuss. One is, okay, we'll see. One is RTI and the other is, we will see. And now first we will discuss the prelims topics, prelims question for the day, and then we will proceed. Any confusion till here, please let me know. Shriram Pandaji, are you still there? Hope your query, your question, your doubt is resolved. And all those who are watching live, if there is any confusion, please let us know. No confusion? Okay, let's proceed with the first question of the day. So are you all ready? I insist that you all should make running notes. The compilation will be provided, definitely. But जब हम क्लास में सीखते हैं और नोट्स बनाते रहते हैं, ये एक ट्रेडिशनल तरीका है याद रखने का. Ready? Very good, Shivani. So since childhood, our parents, they keep telling, लिख लिख के याद करो. They keep telling us. याद करने का तरीका बेस्ट क्या है? लिख लिख के याद करो. So I will also tell the same. Okay, so the first question of the day. So the first question of the day is this for you. Consider the following with respect to the sea cows. Okay, good, Shriram. So the question is, these are the largest herbivorous marine mammals in the world. Second statement is they are critically endangered. The third statement is Gujarat has started country's first conservation reserve for them in the Gulf of Kutch. So what you have to do, you have to tell only one statement is correct, 2 statements are correct, or all the 3 statements are correct, or none are correct. Okay. So Yoga and Shivani, can you please tell me which 2 options are correct according to both of you? Prajwal, please let me know which 2 options are correct according to both of you. Aparna, B, then please let me know. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, some of you are already trapped. Satakshi, what is your stand? Good. People who are watching it live, can you please tell? I will tell you the context why we are discussing. Shakila is saying B. Shakila, if I'm not wrong, you are the same student, Shakila, my student from Andaman Nicobar. If yes, then I welcome you on this platform from Andaman Nicobar. That is our pleasure. Okay. The sanctuary. Aparna, Google किया क्या? या पता था ये आंसर? पहले तो आपने आंसर सही किया है. Very good, Aparna. Shivani, you are also right. Shivani, Google किया? Just teasing, guys. Okay, so most of you have selected B. And Shakila, okay, you are the same? Good. Welcome, Shakila. Nilesh is saying A. I think only one statement is correct. Vivek, Pooja Singhal. क्या विवेक? पूजा सिंघल? अच्छा, पुराना, मतलब I think पीछे से देख रहे हो विवेक. Shivani is saying, sir, zoology optional है. तो yes, बिल्कुल. I read while preparing for BPSC. Okay, चलो देख लेते हैं. Yeah, that was in news, so you must have come across Aparna. So they are largest, correct. Herbivorous, correct, because cows. Marine animals, mammals हैं ये, ध्यान रखना है. That is also correct. In the world, this is also correct. So every word is correct. सी में पाए जाते हैं, ये भी करेक्ट है. मैमल्स हैं, ये भी करेक्ट है. ओके. दे आर क्रिटिकली इंडेंजर्ड. IUCN स्टेटस, दैट इज रॉन्ग. They are not they critically endangered. They are in vulnerable list. IUCN status is vulnerable. But Wildlife Protection Act of India places them in Schedule 1. Schedule 1 में in general ऐसे बोलते हैं कि endangered species रहते हैं. Endangered का मतलब IUCN वाला endangered नहीं. Okay? So Schedule 1 में है of Wildlife Protection Act India. So this statement is wrong. Dash has started country's first conservation reserve for them in Dash. It is Park Bay, Gulf of Mannar, and the state is Tamil Nadu. So this statement is also wrong. But why I framed this question? Gulf of Kutch, अगर कहीं लगता है कि Gulf of Kutch में तो sea cows पाई नहीं जाएंगी, so that is wrong. So the sea cows, इनको डुगोंग भी बोलते हैं. They are found in 30 countries and in India you will find them in Gulf of Mannar, Gulf of Kutch, Park Bay, Andaman Nicobar. Shakila, in Andaman Nicobar also they are there. Okay, so the idea is Gulf of Kutch देख के confuse नहीं होना है, वहां भी पाई जाते हैं. But not Gujarat has started, Tamil Nadu has started. So only one statement is correct. That is A. So Nilesh from YouTube, your answer is correct. And Shriram, your answer is also correct. And all those जिनका ऑप्शन गलत हुआ है, कोई बात नहीं, एक लर्निंग हो गई. ठीक है. Read it last week. Very good, Shivani. So remember this. अभी यहां से पता चला कि क्या सही है, क्या गलत है. Why it was in news? It was in news because Tamil Nadu, India gets its first dugong conservation reserve in Tamil Nadu. And let me tell you that this question has been asked by UPSC in 2015 or 2016. This question has been already asked. Sea cows hain kya? So they are mammals. But that time the question was framed on different level. ठीक है. अभी आपके पास और इंफॉर्मेशन है, क्वेश्चन हो सकता है और डेप्थ में आ सकता है. So they are known as sea cows because ऐसी दिखती हैं वो, और वो सी ग्रास पे फीड करती हैं और वो बॉटम पे रहती हैं. सो दे आर मोस्टली बेंथिक. ठीक है. बेंथिक मतलब जो फ्लोर होता है उस पे रहती हैं. सो दे आर हर्बीवोरस मैमल्स एंड दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द मरीन इकोसिस्टम बिकॉज, और लोकेशन हमने देख ही लिया, दे ग्रेज ऑन द सी ग्रास. सो अभी होता क्या है, इफ वी गो फॉर देयर कंजर्वेशन, बेसिकली वी आर गोइंग फॉर द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ द सी ग्रास. और सी ग्रास का जब कंजर्वेशन होता है, इट हैज बीन फाउंड दैट व्हाई सी ग्रास आर इंपॉर्टेंट. सी ग्रासेस आर इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट फॉर द सिक्वेस्ट्रेशन ऑफ एटमॉस्फेरिक कार्बन. सो कंजर्विंग dugong will help in protecting and improving the sea grass beds. The better sea grass beds are there, it will help in absorbing sequestration of atmospheric carbon. And not only that, sea grasses are also breeding grounds for many commercially viable fishes. So what is happening? गवर्नमेंट क्या कर रही है, जो फिशरमैन कम्युनिटी है उनके साथ टाई अप कर रही है. देखो, आपको कमर्शियली वाइबल फिशेस चाहिए तो आप डुगोंग्स को मत छेड़ो, डोंट टच देम, डोंट उनको मत हंट करो. Right? So they have also agreed that yes, we also agree that why do we need to protect them? So Tamil Nadu government has started the first conservation reserve for the dugong in the Gulf of Mannar, Park Bay, in this year only, 2022 itself. It was in news. Now also it was in news. It was in news in jab announced. That is March 2022. ठीक है, are we good till here? An additional information. Shakila, I think you must be knowing this, that it is the state animal of your UT, that is अंडमान निकोबार का ये स्टेट एनिमल भी बोला जाता है. ओके, बोला नहीं जाता है, मतलब ऑलरेडी है. So it is also the state animal of the Andaman and Nicobar. Are we good till here? Are you all ready for the next question? So now you know that why we have framed this question. It was in news. And as I have told you all earlier as well, last year, that is this year prelims, last year मतलब 2023 के लिए अब हम तैयारी कर रहे हैं. So the prelims of 2022, there were 40 plus questions which were directly from the current affairs. I'm not discussing the applied questions, the questions which were based on the concepts which were in news. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about those questions which have been picked up from the terms, technologies, and the information which were in news. Right? Somewhere in January, I will analyze those 40 questions as well. Abhi not is the time. Okay? So just remember the importance of it. Sometimes directly, sometimes applied. And with this, the second question of the day is waiting. Okay, so here this particular thing I have kept, that they are vulnerable status, IUCN, and the life span is 70 years. The weight is somewhere around 270 kg, and they are referred as sea cow. They are strong, upper lips. They use like हाथी, elephant होता है ना, उसका जो ट्रंक होता है उसकी तरह ये अपने अपर लिप्स को खाने के लिए यूज करते हैं. एंड इट इज द स्टेट एनिमल ऑफ अंडमान निकोबार. Are we good till here? Any confusion, any problem, any challenges, any value addition you want to do? If not, then the second question is waiting for you. What are the sea cucumbers? With respect to this, we have three statements. They are crucial for coral ecosystem. The species is banned in India, and they are marine plants. अभी कुछ लोग दिमाग लगाएंगे. And this दिमाग लगाना I don't want in all of you to do in the exam. कि अच्छा सर ने ये statement क्यों frame किया होगा? Forget about why I have framed this question. You think and you tell what do you know. Okay. So already people have started giving the answer. State animal of Andaman Nicobar. Yes, Shakila. And Nilesh is saying, yes, sir, 45 questions which are current affairs were related in 2022 exam. Yes, 45 questions. See. So yeah, that's what, 40 plus questions were there. These are the marine invertebrates. I was expecting this from you, Shivani. Echinoderms. Yes. और echinoderms जो लोग नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं, this is the technical name for all those categories जिसमें starfish, jelly starfish आते हैं ना, वो उसमें इस कैटेगरी के हैं ये. Okay, so they are invertebrates. Starfish, sea urchins, ये लोग उस कैटेगरी में आते हैं. So the answer is A. I changed my answer. Answer is A. Okay. Seema is taking a stand B. Shivani, your answer is B. Okay. Rashmi is saying A. Aparna has changed her answer. Aparna is saying that they are not plants. Okay. How are you so sure? Other than the people who have zoology optional? Prajwal is saying A. Satakshi, what is your answer? A. Okay. Others? People who are watching it online, Shriram is saying A. Nilesh is saying A on YouTube. Okay. I will tell you. Don't worry. First statement is right. They are crucial for coral ecosystem. You know why? अभी जब आगे डिस्कस करेंगे then you will get the clarity that why they are important, but they are important. The species is banned in India. True. Wildlife Protection Act में Schedule 1 में इसको डाला गया है. And that species is not a plant. It is animal. Already शिवानी ने बताया था. Yes, शिवानी. Filter feeding. तो वो क्या करते हैं? These are known as the scavengers. ये भी बेंथिक होते हैं, बेड पे रहते हैं, छोटे छोटे एनिमल्स को लेते हैं, omnivorous होते हैं, प्लांट्स को भी फीड करते हैं, छोटे छोटे एनिमल्स को, डेड रिमेन्स को भी खाते हैं. एंड द वे दे लाइक प्रोसेस, उसके बाद जो निकालते हैं एक्सक्रीटा उससे और उनके बॉडी से जो निकलता है सैंड्स एंड कैल्शियम, वो कंपोनेंट होता है, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर कोरल इकोसिस्टम। एम आई राइट शिवानी? उनका भी अपना डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म होता है, टॉक्सिक इंटरनल ऑर्गन होते हैं, जब भी वो प्रेडेटर्स को देखते हैं वो निकाल देते हैं, एंड अगर वो कट भी जाता है तो स्टार फिश की तरह वो रीजनरेट हो जाता है। सो दे हैव, सो absolutely sir, okay good, so they are found virtually in all marine environments, shallow waters में भी पाए जाते हैं, but they are mostly benthic in nature. Okay, sea cucumbers are the scavengers that feed on small food items. Sir, let us know why it is banned in India. Why did India ban it? Shivani, will you please tell that why it is banned in India? So I will tell you the story, then you will go. First of all, what is the answer? The answer is 1 and 2, so our answer is B. Okay, India क्या है? However, you will see that इसका जो population है, that is stable, their life is 5 to 10 years, and but in certain East Asian countries they are eaten. चाइना क्या कर रहा है? श्रीलंका के नॉर्थ में आके उसकी फार्मिंग कर रहा है, सी कुकुम्बर की फार्मिंग। सो फॉर देम इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फूड, एज पार्ट ऑफ फूड। इंडिया में शेड्यूल 1 में इसको डाला गया है बिकॉज देयर आर सर्टेन कैटेगरीज विच आर एंडेंजर्ड। फॉर एग्जांपल द ब्राउन सी कुकुम्बर दैट इज एंडेंजर्ड, and brown sea cucumber according to IUCN is endangered. We have black spotted sea cucumber, that is least concern, not bothered. Blue sea cucumber, not bothered. इंडिया ने इसको जो है उसमें डाला है वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट शेड्यूल 1. एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव सीन दैट इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर आवर कोरल preservation, coral reefs. So that is another reason we want to improve the presence of corals in India. And you will be surprised to know, okay, why it was in news? Because Tamil Nadu is worried over the increased presence of Chinese army in Sri Lanka. Because of this context, we have already discussed as part of the case studies and example. Lakshadweep, Chinese investment in sea cucumber sparks concern in northern Sri Lanka. And Lakshadweep, Lakshadweep wala kahan gaya? Anyways, so time to time this was in news. Every year Indian Coast Guard, Rameshwaram, they will seize. So it was in news because Lakshadweep in 2020 they have created world's first conservation area of approx 240 km square for sea cucumbers. So remember this. And we know Lakshadweep is the island. What kind of? Volcanic island? Coral island? Coral? Others? Okay. Everyone online, those who are watching, are you understanding that why it was in news? Atolls, corals. So now those who were asking question that why India has banned it, answer mila aapko? Yes.
Ban would give the idea to make vermin or invasive species. That is why it is banned in India.
But vermins, they are always placed in schedule 6th, 4th or 6th. So they are not placed in schedule 1. Okay, ठीक है? तो
ban से यही idea लगा that these are banned ऐसा कि they should not grow.
अच्छा, उनकी फिशिंग इज बैन. अगर कहीं श्रीलंका में भी also they have restricted fishing, they don't allow the fishing of these sea cucumbers. In India it is completely banned. So sometimes it will be point of contention between Indian and Sri Lankan fishermen. So when our one UT itself is based on the corals, and we know the importance of these sea cucumbers in the formation of the corals, do you think that we will allow the fishing and exploitation? Definitely not. So sea cucumbers are however high demand in China, Southeast Asia, and time to time Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka ke fishermen community in Rameshwaram, Tuticorin, they will be caught by the Indian Coast Guard people, heavily seized होता है. Okay, so देख लो एक बार sea cucumber ऐसा होता है. So this is sea cucumber, ऐसे एकदम cylindrical होता है, cucumber जैसा दिखता है, soft होता है. So this is sea cucumber, and here you can see different species of sea cucumber. This is the sea cucumber. between the corals. So corals को help करता है. It is seen as expensive exotic food in Southeast Asia. Sir, I read about the harmful impacts on the livelihood of the Sri Lanka. They don't want sea cucumber farming. They don't want sea cucumber farming. Yes, they don't want. In Sri Lanka, this is the problem because it is affecting the livelihood of the Sri Lankan fisherman community. जो वो वहाँ की local species को sell करके वो खाते हैं. That was also in news. That their livelihood is in threat. So fisherman community in Sri Lanka, they are opposing this. So yes, it was also in news. Okay. Are we good till here? Everyone, those who are watching it online, YouTube, are you all there with us? Okay, going good? Pretty clear? Chalo. Shall we take the next question? Are you all ready? Any confusion till here? So sea cow, unlike the name, cow मतलब animal match करता है. Cucumber plant और animal match ही नहीं करता है, but still है ये animal. ठीक है? और इनवर्टिब्रेट है, इसमें वर्टिब्रेट्स नहीं होते हैं. ठीक है, मतलब वो स्पाइन जैसा कुछ नहीं होता है, हड्डियां नहीं होती हैं. एंड व्हाट एल्स, स्टारफिश जैसा होता है, कोई अगर ऑर्गन इसका कोई पार्ट कटता है सो रीजनरेट हो जाता है. एंड मतलब इनका जो रिप्रोडक्शन होता है दैट इज डिफरेंट. सो जूलॉजी में यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इन डिटेल. यहाँ फिशेस अलग होती हैं, फीमेल फिशेस अलग होती हैं, मेल फिशेस अलग होते हैं. फीमेल दे विल लाइक पानी में वो अपने एग्स निकाल देते हैं, जो मेल होते हैं वो अपने स्पर्म्स निकाल देते हैं, बट उनको पास रहना होता है. सो देयर दे फर्टिलाइज. सो दैट इज हाउ दैट रिप्रोडक्शन हैपेंस. ओके, नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट बट ठीक है, इंफॉर्मेशन है, रिलेट करके याद रखना है. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग with respect to the global hunger index. It is jointly released by Concern Worldwide and the World Hunger Hive. Rashmi, pronunciation check किया? And India is consistently categorized with serious levels of hunger in the from the last 5 years. So Aparna is saying both are correct, and Yoga is saying A is correct. What else? I want all of you to respond, please. People who are watching it on YouTube live, can you please tell the answer? Good, Shriram, that you are following. C, statement A is correct. Nilesh, okay, what about B? Shriram is saying C, both are correct. So are you so sure about the second statement, everyone? Darshan is saying C, Shivani is saying A, Darshan is saying B and C. Darshan, what happened? You are changing your stand. You are changing your consistency. Yeah, right, pointed by Satakshi. Okay. So it is jointly released. Those who have attended yesterday's class, we have discussed yesterday also as a part of one important RD sheet and case studies examples. There we have discussed. Okay, and we have discussed the rank. Present rank is 107 this year, 2022. India is consistently categorized with serious levels of hunger from last 5 years. This is also correct. Correct. जो इंडिया का स्कोर है this year, last year, previous year, uske pehle, in every 5 years, it was always placed in the serious category, consistently. So I have framed this question. Yesterday we have discussed the ranking and all in detail. But what about the concepts? Prelims mein kaisa question ban sakta hai? Aisa ban sakta hai. Ranking, very popular. We will use that data as a data for substantiating our poverty, hunger issues. The way we have discussed in the case studies where we were discussing that why millets are important. सर सी को गेस कर रहे हैं क्योंकि नंबर ऑफ पीपल हंग्री इज टू मच सीम्स लाइक इट. अच्छा ठीक है, बट मतलब ये तो एक ऑब्जर्वेशन है हमारा, लेकिन व्हाट अबाउट 2018 2019, मोदी जी की गवर्नमेंट है, इतनी अच्छी अच्छी चीजें भी तो हो रही है ना, तो हो सकता है हंगर कम हुआ, ये भी तो एक लाइन ऑफ थॉट चल सकता है. ओके So this was in news because India ranks 107 out of 121 countries on Global Hunger Index. So now you know who releases the index, and it was in news. So everywhere the category, you don't need to remember. There is no need to remember the score. Sir, I remember the past 2 year 101, 107. Before that it was in 90s. अब 90s में स्कोर है, 90s में रैंक है, so we will not say that it was not in serious category. Every year there is another problem. This year it is 121. इसके पहले कम कंट्रीज थी, उसके पहले और कम कंट्रीज थी. सो कंपैरेटिव बेस जो हो रहा है, डिनोमिनेटर है, वो भी इंक्रीज हो रहा है. ओके शिवानी, एवरीवन, दोज हु आर वाचिंग इट ऑन यूट्यूब, एनी कंफ्यूजन? ओके Nilesh, did you get this? Why A is not the right answer? Okay, good. So let's see the next question of the day. So the next question of the day is this one. Bramble K. Millets was in news. It is what? I know that some of you would be excited to reply. Yeah, those who have attended the classes properly, they will. Yesterday we have discussed. So we have people who have attended yesterday's class also, but they are still clueless. Satakshi is sitting here and she is clueless. So Bramble K. Millets was in news. Why? Okay. Now already you are late. Yes, sir, I was not sure about the second statement. No problem, Nilesh. We are discussing the next question. So please tell, what is your stand? New exoplanet discovered by scientists, new bacterial species discovered on Antarctica, which has got exposed due to the climate change? Or is it a new bacterial disease found in Ghana? Why Ghana was in news? Cough syrup. Sir, but we donate so much of food to different countries as aid, so much food get distributed under PDS, midday meal scheme, etc. Even after all of this, so much of food is stored in buffer stock and rots and gets eaten by rodents. Why are we still slipping in the index? So, Aparna, yesterday we discussed there are 4 parameters of this global hunger index. If you will check yesterday's notes, they're child stunting, wasting. So it's not about people. जो 4 parameter है, undernutrition, child wasting, stunting, and what was the 4th one? Anyone? No. So because of those parameters, उन 4 parameters पे बात हो रही है. So because of that, it has been observed, and there will be a sample. So they would have analyzed. तो उनका वो base भी देखना जरूरी है. Child stunting, wasting, undernutrition, that I have told Shivani. The 5th one, under 5, mortality. Good. Shivani is saying yes, diethyl alcohol in cough syrups, because of which Ghana was in news. So we have already discussed it as one of the topic in prelims previously. So let's see, by now people have posted their answer on YouTube. Shriram is saying A is the answer. Okay. Nilesh, if you are there, Shakila, what is your answer? Bharti, others, everybody? Okay, so I will tell the answer. The answer is A. It is the first mammal species driven to extinction by climate change. Where? कहाँ? ये तो है, लेकिन where? So if you have observed closely, yesterday we have discussed about the Living Planet report by WWF, Australia. Very good, Rashmi. Very good, Seema. It is in Australia. And I was reading one article that Australia is becoming slowly, gradually global leader in losing out the species. Extinction हो रहा है. So there was another article. However, जब तक कोई report नहीं आती है, we will not say anything. But yeah, that is happening with Australia. Okay. So this bramble K melomys, it is a small Australian rodent, चूहे जैसा होता है छोटा सा. 2019 में itself, in 2019 itself it was declared extinct due to increase in the sea level. So due to sea level rise, this was declared extinct. ठीक है? And this is the report of the Living Planet report by WWF. It has come up with the data that 69% drop has been observed in the wildlife population in nearly 5 decades. It shows the report from 1970 to 2018. I think yesterday we have discussed. So rising temperatures, they are already driving the mass mortality, first extinction of entire species. So every degree of warming is expected to increase these losses. So yesterday we have discussed it in detail. काफी अच्छे से हमने डिस्कस किया है. कोआला बियर also, yes. ठीक है. Next question and the last question of the day. Consider the following statements with respect to Living Planet report. It is published biannually. Second statement, by now you all know. I have given the clue. Yesterday you have attended the classes. It is published by IUCN. And the third is it is based on Living Planet Index and ecological footprint. So 1 only, 2 only, 1 and 3 only, and all. Come on, everyone. So can't you guess? Take a stand. See, we are in the learning phase. So if you are not able to guess, ठीक है, मतलब if you don't know the answer, at least take a guess. See? Okay, good. See? Nirmal. Nirmal is saying B. B means 2 only. अरे, मतलब Nirmal, it is correct. I'm not asking incorrect. Had it been incorrect, then your statement is right, Nirmal. Okay, and just now I told that it is WWF, no? See, okay, yes. Then you are right. So it is published biannually, yes. 2022 में आया है, इससे पहले 2020 में आया था, फिर 2024 में आएगा. So every 2 years. IUCN, wrong. WWF. And it is based on the Living Planet Index, that is true, and ecological footprint. So there UK की एक बॉडी है, वो Living Planet Index निकालती है. So उस Living Planet Index को लेते हैं, यहाँ ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, उसका ऑब्जर्वेशन यूज करते हैं. So Living Planet Index and ecological footprint both are observed. Are we good till here? Yeah, and since 1998 they started releasing it. Hope you all have enjoyed, and it was in news already. We have seen 69% of the decline in wildlife population worldwide since the 1970s. So WWF report, it was in news October 13th and 14th. It was in news. Okay. And here, when you will see in this article, it was mentioned that it is WWF's Living Planet report, LPR 2022, and 69% decline of the wildlife population has been observed in between 1917 to 2018. And yesterday, those who have attended the classes, we have discussed the maximum decline in the wildlife population we have observed in where, which state, which places, continent. South America, Latin America, and Caribbean. Okay. And what about Asia and all? So in Africa, 66% decline, 55% decline in Asia, but in Latin America and Caribbean region, the decline is more than 94%. And it is based on Living Planet Index. See, न्यूज़पेपर के आर्टिकल से ही आपको इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन मिल रही है फॉर मेंस आल्सो, फॉर प्रीलिम्स आल्सो, फॉर कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी आल्सो, फॉर जूलॉजी ऑप्शनल आल्सो, है ना शिवानी? इज इट राइट? Okay, those who are watching, they are saying it is published by WWF. Okay, Nilesh, your answer is right. See, it is not published by IUCN. So, yes. Shriram is saying C, Shakila is saying C. Yes, very good. So all of you are right. The answer is correct. So this is about the prelims questions today. Hope you all have made your running notes. The compilation of the notes and the questions you can attempt on the portal. It will be uploaded. You can attempt it. And the compilation will be provided so that you can revise it. But you should have your running notes. Okay, so thank you, not for the day, thank you for prelims. What else is left? Okay, are we good till here? So we can quickly take 1 minute, only 1 minute water break. And then we will discuss this issue of mains issue, the whole topic of surrogacy. Hope you all have downloaded it. Okay, मिल जाएगा. If you have not downloaded, then download it now and just. Sir, I have a train at 7, so I will have to leave the class. I will attend the recorded version. Please, and happy Deepavali. Have safe journey. Have safe Deepavali, Aparna. No problem. Train में बैठ के ही देख लेना. Download कर लेना आप. So 2 minutes break, 1 minute break, और चलो 2 minutes break. The people who are watching it online, YouTube, live. So let's take a 1 minute break only and we will be back. Okay. And those who are wondering that those who are watching it live, and if you think that you don't have notes what to do, don't worry. You just have some A4 sheets with you. We will discuss in detail. You make your running notes. By the end of the class, maybe you will not need these notes also. However, we will provide, so don't worry. Okay. Chalo, good. Okay, am I audible, everyone? Are we all back? Okay. Okay. Okay, so who all are there? How many of you have left? कि चलो सर ब्रेक ने दिया, सर ने ब्रेक दिया, ब्रेक कर लेते हैं. Okay, good. Are we good to start? Sure. So we are going to discuss about this first topic. Yes, sir. Start. Okay, great. Everybody online, YouTube also, are we here? Great. So let's start. So today we are going to discuss one issue in a holistic manner, two issues basically. The first one is the surrogacy, and the second one will be our RTI. Okay? So surrogacy is important. It is important for GS1 society point of view, GS1 women issues, and GS2 vulnerable section. Okay? So it is important for GS1, GS2. So that's why we are discussing. But why we are discussing, there is a context. I hope you all have followed the news, क्योंकि ऐसी न्यूज तो हम फॉलो करते ही करते हैं जहां पे एक्टर्स इन्वॉल्व हों, है ना? So how many of you have followed this issue of Nayanthara and Vignesh Shivan, where twin babies हुए हैं, and Tamil Nadu government, in order to clear the air, they have constituted 3 members committee, or 3 members committee they have assigned to look in whether the couple, that is Nayanthara and Vignesh, have violated the issue, have violated the law, whether they have complied with the surrogacy law or not. So in choosing surrogacy, have they violated law? Yes or no? This is the context. There is another context which we will discuss, which while discussing the whole issue, it will come. Okay. So this is about the context, and also this context is there, and in 288th report, 228th report, sorry, I told 288. So 228th report, Law Commission, 228th report of the Law Commission, they recommended that we should prohibit commercial surrogacy and we should allow only what? Altruistic surrogacy, ethical surrogacy. So they were in favor of this. So we have this Surrogacy Regulation Act 2021. So Surrogacy Regulation Act 2021 is finally in the lines what the Law Commission report 228th report told, that yes, no problem, we can continue with the ethical altruistic surrogacy and let's ban the commercial surrogacy. So this was accepted, and now this act is also talking about the same. So what this act, it came into force in January 2022. So that is another context, that in 2022 itself it has come into the force. It has been notified. So it gives certain, it has certain features, provisions. So the first feature itself is they have given the definition of surrogacy. So this act says surrogacy is a practice where woman gives birth to a child with an intention to give that child to the intended couple or hand it over to the couple after the birth. So surrogacy is woman gives birth to child with intention to hand over. Intention ये नहीं है कि अपने पास रख लेना है. So intention is clear, that I am bearing a child with this intention that in future I will give it to the डिजायर्ड कपल, इंटेंडेड कपल, जो भी उसमें इन्वॉल्व है, ठीक है. सो दैट इज द डेफिनेशन. ओके, एंड this particular act, it bans commercial surrogacy, it only allows the altruistic surrogacy. This is also clear. So commercial surrogacy, पहले क्या होता था, पहले commercial surrogacy foreign से लोग आते थे, and on the name of, since it was allowed, it was cheap, it was available, so they used to exploit. We will discuss all the issues, then we will get further clarity. So it has told no altruistic surrogacy, only with good intention, good purpose, for different intention it is allowed. So it bans commercial surrogacy. Another feature here, it also talks about the rights of the child, that the child which will be born out of surrogacy will be the biological child of the couple. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो किसी और मदर से के वूम से आ रहा है, so it will be not the child of the couple, it will be biological child of the couple for all the purposes, be it the inheritance rights, be it all issues, for all intents and purpose, it will be the biological child of the couple itself. So that is also, once the child is born, its rights are very clear. Are we good till here, everybody? All those who are watching online? So understand it, you will get very good clarity over the issue, surrogacy and RTI. However, I am seeing that some of you are already have started leaving. It's your choice, but try to understand the whole issue. Current affairs भी cover हो जाएगा, issue भी cover हो जाएगा, ठीक है? So it is good for you. You will get to know that how to cover the issues in a holistic manner. Okay. Rights of the child, that is also defined when the child will be born. What will be the clear-cut rights? It will be the biological child of the couple for all the intention, purposes, inheritance rights, legal provisions, everything, legal purposes. Then this particular act is talking about the eligibility. Now they have discussed the eligibility from 2 points of view. One is the eligibility of the couple who is eligible to go ahead with surrogacy. And the second one, they are discussing it from the point of the view of the surrogate mother. समझ में आ रहा है? इस पूरे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में कपल इन्वॉल्व है, सरोगेट मदर इन्वॉल्व है, तो दोनों के लिए एलिजिबिलिटी होनी चाहिए. सो दे हैव डिस्कस्ड एलिजिबिलिटी फॉर बोथ साइड इज एज, नो लिविंग चाइल्ड, इंश्योरेंस कवरेज. वी विल डिस्कस वन बाय वन. सो इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द कपल, देयर इज द क्लियर कट age limitation which has given for wife and for husband. For wife, the age should be somewhere between 25 to 50, and for husband, the age should be somewhere between 26 to 55. Okay, so the couple is deemed eligible if they have been married. So before that, husband and wife है, मतलब marriage को ये consideration कर रहा है. So before you jump to age, the first other criteria is that they are married, husband and wife we are saying. So the couple should be married for how many years? Married for 5 years. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने आज शादी की and tomorrow you can go ahead with surrogacy. The couple should be married for last 5 years, and if the age is within this limit, that is one criteria they are satisfying. Okay, are we good till here? Just hold on. So this is one age aspect. Okay. And sir, what should be the age of the surrogate women? 25 to 35. Who will bear the child? आएंगे उस पे भी आते हैं. 25 to 35 years. और उसका भी अलग क्राइटेरिया है, वी विल डिस्कस। Okay. And for the couple, there should be no living child. ऐसा नहीं है कि उनके पास एक child है, living child. I will tell you the definition. पता चला कि हमारे पास बच्चा है already and I'm going ahead with surrogacy. So they should not have the living child. Living child मतलब अगर normal baby है तो, if the baby is, let's say if the child is not healthy, life-threatening disorders हैं. Mimi movie is all about surrogacy issue. Okay, सीमा नहीं देखी मैंने, देखता हूं, ठीक है। सो लिविंग चाइल्ड, बायोलॉजिकली एडॉप्टेड और सरोगेट, कोई भी लिविंग चाइल्ड अगर है, देन दे कैन नॉट गो अहेड विद द सरोगेसी. दिस इज अनदर क्राइटेरिया. अगर if the child is there with mental or physical disability or suffering from the issues like life-threatening disorders, then they can go ahead with surrogacy. But if there is any living child, be it biological, adopted or surrogate, they cannot go for another surrogacy. Okay. And insurance coverage, it is mentioned that the couple should provide the insurance coverage of 16 months to the surrogate mothers, covering even the postpartum complications. So we know the postpartum depression or postpartum issues are one of the problems for the mothers who will deliver, for the women who will deliver, right? So that insurance coverage should be there. Okay, so this is another criteria. Age wise, as I have told you, that for the surrogate mothers, the age category is 25 to 35 years. So here we will come, here we will discuss the surrogate mothers. For them, there are different conditions. They should be the close relative, biological relative of the couple. It should not happen कि मैं किसी tribal woman के पास जाऊं and I will request for the surrogacy. Earlier it was possible till 2021 December. It was not notified. Now it has been notified. Now it is not possible. Since we are talking about ethical altruistic surrogacy. So altruism मतलब चलो यार इनका भला कर देते हैं. So who will think like that? Your close relatives. So close biological relative होनी चाहिए. They should have a medical certificate for with respect to their physical and psychological fitness. एक certificate उनके पास होना चाहिए. So that is also there. And they can be surrogate only once in their life. The age is 25, they should be aged between 25 to 35 years. Okay? ऐसा नहीं है कि कई बार आप सरोगेसी में उसके अपने इम्पैक्ट होते हैं बॉडी पे. 25 to 35, why? Because we know late age जो होती जाएंगी जितनी, उसके अपने complications होते हैं. Okay? So that is the condition for the surrogate mother. And this act is talking about the institutional mechanism that there has to be national and state surrogacy boards at national level, at the state levels, who can decide the standards, who can implement the law, who can see whether this law is being violated, and they can recommend the modification time to time. And if the law is being violated, the conditions are not being followed, अगर चाहे वो couple हो या कोई practitioner हो या surrogate mother है, they are not following it properly, then there is the provision of 10 years imprisonment and fine up to the 10 lakh. ठीक है? So these are the features of the particular this Surrogacy Regulation Act 2021. So commercial surrogacy में जाता है कोई, so punishment with respect to what? Laws are violated. Let's say if somebody is going for commercial surrogacy, this is not allowing. So if you are going for commercial surrogacy, you will be liable for this fine and punishment. If you are going for selling the embryos, then also you are you will be punished. If you are exploiting, if you are abandoning your surrogate child, then also you are liable for punishment. Like further in the discussion, we will discuss about the issues. There we will see that how sometimes the couple, they have abandoned their surrogate child, then also you are liable for punishment. Okay. So these are the, we have discussed the context, we have discussed about the law commission, we have discussed about the features, and we know the features, that what is allowed, what is not allowed, conditions. Yaad ho gaya? Just visualize, you will be able to remember. फिर इस इशू को तैयार करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, और जब फीचर्स पता होते हैं, then it won't be a struggle for us to discuss the potential, positive, negative, and other aspects. Okay, are we good till here, everybody? Darshan, Prajwal, Rashmi, Seema, Shivani, Satakshi, Yoga. Okay, chalo, good. Everybody online, are we good till here? Have you all understood? We will discuss the potential now. Okay. So let's discuss the potential. Potential positives. Sir, if couple abandon the child, the punishment is for couple or for the surrogate mother? What your common sense says, Yoga? You tell. Who will be liable? Right? There is no fault of the surrogate mother. How the surrogate mother is responsible for that? She is not at all liable. Who will be liable? Couple is liable for that. Punishment will be on them. Why you entered in the contract and now you are violating the contract? Sir, in developed nation, the old aged women are doing surrogacy for their daughters and all, and they have to undergo hormone therapies as they are in their post-menopause stage. It is harmful for them. It's not harmful, it's deadly, it's unwise, it's suicidal, it's I don't know what. करना ही नहीं है ना, जब आपकी body उस लायक नहीं है, why you have to go for it? Very bad. It is lack of emotional intelligence. It is lack of intelligence on the first place. Forget about emotional intelligence. They are emotionally hijacked rather. Developed country ho, padhe likhe ho, you know about your body. Just don't be too much reliant on the science कि hormonal injection ले लेके आप surrogacy कर रहे हो. Anyways, there also when we will analyze the aspects, you will understand that now the trend is changing. However, illegally अगर कोई कुछ कर रहा है तो it is another issue. Potential or the positives. Hub for infertility treatment. So socioeconomic inequalities, why? This is the potential or positives of surrogacy we are discussing. That surrogacy per se, why it is good, what are the positives? So it was allowed in India, and India became the hub for the infertility treatment. We developed the art of state-of-art technologies, and that too we were providing it at the competitive prices. That it led to a kind of surrogacy tourism in India. Okay, so it led to a kind of surrogacy tourism. बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा भी आता था, सब कुछ होता था. And to treat infertility. So we were providing the treatment to infertility at very affordable and competitive prices. So thus we were attracting, we became the hub for infertility treatment. Socio-economic inequalities, if we analyze, then surrogacy is a tool for all the underprivileged women who rent their womb, and thereby they are making money to take care of their family, their children. Sometimes their husbands will be hospitalized. Sometimes they need money for the marriage of the daughters, to facilitate a marriage, to enable the children to get the education. So in that case also, pregnancy is very difficult. At most, fitness is required for it. Yes, sir. As a first class example. अच्छा, कहीं डिस्कस किया है क्या? अच्छा, हाँ, essay first class. Yes, essay में first class में there was a narrative that the story was there, that how she was pushed for. Yes, we have done it. Raju Bhai. Yes, Sima. Very good, Sima. Raju Bhai. So we have discussed it. Okay. So socio-economic inequalities, Raju Bhai, we have discussed. So sometimes they will be pushed to that limit that they have to take care of it. They undergo and they rent their wombs. So that way it is positive. But there has been the issue of several middlemen. That is also one of the potential, that middlemen are also involved. It is threatening. It is not good. Okay. So the middlemen, अभी कुछ दिन पहले की बात है, 2-3 दिन पहले न्यूज में आया था, that how middleman, the auto rickshaw person was the middleman. He was engaged as a middleman and he told that कि आप surrogacy के लिए किसी को रेडी किया, 1.5 lakhs he charged from the clients and he gave only 75,000 to the women. 50% auto rickshaw ने mediation के लिए रख लिया. So that is also one potential. So maybe here you replace potential with the potential only, the potential of slipping into this aspect as well. So surrogacy has that potential as well. Several instances of has been observed. Okay, so there are issues about child rights also. So that is also one of the potential threat area. So here we have mixed the both potential positive and negatives both. Okay. So issues of about the child rights. So what happened in 2008 when Japanese couple, they went ahead with this surrogacy and they took the surrogate mother from Gujarat. They chose surrogate mother from Gujarat. But before they chose and they went ahead with surrogacy, till that time they were married. But by the time the baby was born, they were separated. They got divorced. A baby aa gaya, couple is not there. They no more they are couple. Lot of legal battle happened. And finally, the baby is there with the grandparents. The couple is not together. Still the debate is going on. Still the legal battle is going on. So in such cases, now you just imagine that particular child is not even having the citizenship of Japan. क्योंकि वो तो इंडिया में पैदा हुआ है, surrogate mother को हुआ है. So issues of child rights are also one of the potential negative areas which are coming up. So we have the example from Japan. People who are watching it online, are you guys understanding the examples, the issues? So that was one of the issue. So child was born, they split, legal battle is going on. Both are refusing to take care of the child because they are not emotionally attached. अगर surrogate mother है या कोई भी mother है अपने पेट में रखती है, अपने womb में रखती है, so they are emotionally attached. वहां तो couple emotionally attached ही नहीं है कि भाई ठीक है, no more responsibility. They are also thinking from financial point of view, finances point of view as well कि अभी तो साथ ही नहीं है. In 2012, here we have discussed about the child rights. So this was the first example of Japan. Second example, we are discussing about Australian couple. So in 2012, Australian couple, they commissioned a surrogate mother and surrogacy से उनको twins होते हैं. Arbitrarily, they chose one baby over the other. And they chose one of the twins that was born. One of the twins that were born. मर्जी अपनी, arbitrarily choice हो गया. Not only that, the third example I will give you again. It is from the Australian couple only. Australia or Thailand, somewhere it happened. They came, and the baby which was born to the surrogate mother was having Down syndrome. What they did, they completely abandoned it. They told कि हम इस baby को लेके ही नहीं जाएंगे. They saw and they were not happy. They went back. And that baby is still with the surrogate mother. Just imagine. So such issues of child rights are also violation, is one of the potential area which has happened in the past. Okay. So here, why I told you positives. So the positives of act, when you will analyze the act, the provision, the features, why this act has come up. So these are the positives of the act, that the act is able to check these negative potentials. It is able to, we became infertility treatment, but we were being exploited. Socioeconomic conditions की वजह से some people were adopting surrogacy, but we were exploited. So these are the potential and positive of this act. This act is able to curb this because it has clearly defined what is allowed, what is not allowed. No more you can come for commercial surrogacy. Those days are gone. So a check. फिर ये issues child rights वाले नहीं होंगे. So these are the positives of the acts. Okay. But potential with respect to surrogacy, if you will analyze, कि positive negative यहाँ दोनों ही हो रहा है. Negative ही ज़्यादा slip हो रहा है. Okay. The act is even the good aspect, the positive aspect of the act is that it is able to put a check on outsourcing of pregnancy. Nowadays, the couple, they think that pregnancy takes time. Especially girls, for women, it is break in their career. Pain, lot of pain, associated pain, issues. So let's outsource pregnancy. Yes, that is happening. Why I am discussing this, especially this particular case, against this act, one plea has been made, and that is a woman, that is by one male and one female. The female is saying, in COVID pandemic time, I had a traumatic experience of pregnancy. I can't go ahead with the same experience again. I want to outsource my pregnancy. I want to have a baby through surrogacy. भाई तुम्हारा experience ऐसा था. So because of that experience, because of that pain, in order to avoid all those things, people want to outsource. So she has filed a plea, she has filed a complaint against this act, that why this act is not good. Also, they don't want to ruin their bodies. Many Bollywood wives have done it. Yes. मतलब hormonal changes आते हैं, career में break आता है, body खराब होती है, ऐसा कहते हैं, body खराब होती है, तो इसकी वजह से वो लोग नहीं जाते. So the issue of outsourcing pregnancy can be checked with this act. So that is the positive of this act. Increasing levels of greed, if we analyze it ethically, then the whole, so this outsourcing of pregnancy is not a healthy trend, by the way. It is not at all good. So you know that how helpful this act will be. The level of greed, if we analyze from ethics point of view, so this this surrogacy industry is currently estimated that it is an industry of $2 billion in India. Okay. And 80% of the surrogacy before November 25th, 15, government imposed a ban in 2015. However, the act has come like now, but before, till 2015, majority domination was of the foreigners. Approximately 80% of the surrogacy births in the country were happening for the foreigners. So foreigners accounted for the 80% of the surrogacy births which were happening. They were using it. We were hub. They were providing money. उनके लिए easy था, cheap में हो जाता था. They're not bothered. Sometimes even the surrogate mothers, they used to stay in the hostels for 8-9 months without any good condition. Unhygienic conditions were there. So they were forced to stay in the hostels. उनका काम cheap में हो जा रहा था. So the levels of greed, potential is there for couple, for foreign couples, the intermediaries who are involved, like we discussed the example of the auto rickshaw fellow. So a lot of potential is there. So that led to a kind of greed, and this is the potential of this act, that it is able to put a check on this increasing level of the greed. If we analyze the international scenario, except Russia, Ukraine, and few states of USA, majority of the countries, most of the countries have banned it. As I told you, except Russia, Ukraine, and certain states of USA, they have banned commercial surrogacy. Now, if we have taken this step, then that is also the positive of this particular act, that we are following the international trend, isn't it? Right? So that is the positive of this act. that we are following that international trend, और सब लोग कर रहे हैं, मतलब कुछ तो लॉजिक होगा इसके पीछे. There would be certain logic, and if people are doing so, that's good. India is also following the same pattern, so nothing wrong. So that is also one of the positives of this act. Tendency of the fashion surrogacy, like some of you were mentioning कि हम अपने बॉडी नहीं खराब करना चाहते हैं. So women who feel their figure, body would be disturbed if they carry baby, so they opt for surrogacy. So this act is appropriate to put a check on fashion surrogacy. So have you understood that this Surrogacy Act 2021, what are the features, Law Commission, in what context we are discussing, and what are the positives of this? Yes, everybody, all those who are watching online, so who all are there? We have Shakila, Nilesh, Shriram, Vivek. Are you guys enjoying? Are you all watching? Before watching, are you understanding the issue or not? Are you able to understand the linkage story? Okay. So if so, very good. Now we will discuss about the issues with the Surrogacy Regulation Act 2021. ठीक है, surrogacy as an issue भी हम समझ रहे हैं, उसके भी arguments को discuss कर रहे हैं, and at the same time we are also trying to understand the whole issue from the point of view of analyzing, even if it comes critically, analyze the role of Surrogacy Act 2021, you can do that. Okay? Guys, all good? Who are watching live on YouTube? Sir, please repeat the 7th point. Bearing a child gives immense strength to women. My sister could fight from COVID when she was 9 months pregnant only because of child. Yes, that is also true. कई बार लोगों की pregnancy से बहुत सारे ऐसे issues resolve हो जाते हैं. Strength आता है, happiness आती है, motherhood होता है. So those things are definitely there. Thank you, Rashmi, for sharing this. Issues with the regulation. Okay. Chalo, we will discuss it. Next, the issues. We will understand it. So 7th point, somebody was, so the incident that you told about the couple that has abandoned with a child with this Down syndrome, from which country did they belong? I'm forgetting, they are either from Thailand or Australia. It is a story of, like, it's an old story. So it is from Australia or Thailand. ठीक है, मतलब बस ऐसे narrate कर देना कि in the past couple have even abandoned the child with Down syndrome. 7th point, I think, Seema, you were asking, 7th point was about the international scenario. So in international scenario, I told you that barring Russia, Ukraine, and a few states of the USA, except these three, majority of the countries, they have banned commercial surrogacy. And we have also done the same. So that is the positive of our act, that we are following the international trend. It means if majority of people are following this, there would be some sense behind it. Why to ban commercial surrogacy? Based on the rights, privacy, and whatever we have discussed. ठीक है? Yes, empowers the emotional strength. Yes. Okay, all good. People who are watching on YouTube live, any problem, confusion? Okay, let's see the issues with the Surrogacy Act 2021. So first of all, the context which I told, the petition has been filed in Delhi High Court by one male, unmarried male, and the petition has been filed by a married female. So the petitioners, they are saying they have questioned the marital status, they have questioned the issue of age, gender, choice, criteria, and the female petitioner is saying that already she has experienced, she has undergone through this traumatic pregnancy during COVID times, and now she has to juggle with the work, child care. Okay, so she is persuading, she is in the favor of surrogacy. And she is finding it is a better option for the second child. So we will take that context we have understood. So the first issue with this act is that it is discriminatory in nature. Okay, so positive abhi discuss kar liye is act ke. Features also we know. Now we will criticize this. We will think about the issue. Discriminatory in nature, this act is there because surrogacy as a child care का responsibility नहीं आएगा. ठीक है, अभी जाने दो उसको, इतना मत सोचो उसके बारे में. Positives, this act we have discussed. Negative is this act is discriminatory in nature because it is not allowing it doesn't allow the eligibility is not allowing the single men. It is not allowing married women with a child. ठीक है, अपनी अपनी चॉइस होती है, किसी का रिप्रोडक्टिव चॉइस है, गलत सही छोड़ो, उसकी रिप्रोडक्टिव चॉइस है. If it is all safe, then why not? Single men, if they don't want to undergo in this institution of marriage, and if they want to have a baby, why not? Forget about these two also. Transgenders, if they want to have their get this reproductive rights, they want to have baby, then what about them? Okay, so single women, what about widows? What about the single parents, divorced? ठीक है, so ऐसे single women, they are not allowed. And not only that, so here आप लोग please just note it down whatever we are discussing. Okay, Supreme Court have already given this status to live-in relationship on par with marriage, and they have also recognized that children born out of the long-standing live-in relationship are legitimate. Then what about the living partners? Let's say they don't want to go ahead with marriage, but there are certain issues with them. They cannot bear child, or they don't want to bear child. Then what about their choices? So don't you think that it is countering the acceptability of live-in relationship and setting a wrong precedent? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने तो बोल दिया, इन्होंने लिव इन रिलेशन को रिकॉग्नाइज ही नहीं किया. सो दैट वे इट इज डिस्क्रिमिनेटरी इन नेचर. ठीक है, अभी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन में दिमाग नहीं लगाना है, पॉजिटिव्स हमने देख लिए हैं. सो समटाइम्स वी हैव दिस काउंटर इंट्यूशन, सर हाउ कैन दिस इज राइट? Yeah, this is right, but we have to write answer, we have to analyze the issue in a holistic manner. Everyone, people who are watching it live on YouTube, are you all understanding? Okay, chalo, good. Any confusion, feel free to ask. Second issue is banning is not a solution. If banning is the solution, why should we not ban each and everything? जब हम किसी भी चीज को बैन करते हैं, उसकी इलीगल पैरेलल एक मार्केट शुरू हो जाती है, अंडरग्राउंड मार्केट शुरू हो जाती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इट हैज हैपेंड इन केस ऑफ ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांटेशन. So we had this Transplantation of Human Organ Act. Transplantation of Human Organ Act. Full form अपने हिसाब से लिख लीजिए. Transplantation of Human Organ Act. So it put this stringent law, it put a check on the organ commerce. But do you think it has been able to stop it? The organ commerce is still thriving in India. Illegally it is happening, underground it is happening. Brokers, they continue to operate. Nobody can catch them. Covertly, chupke, they are working. Sometimes even the hospital authorities, they are also involved. Okay. So that is, banning is not a solution. We have the example from the parallel things, whatever we have banned. So we can take our learnings from such acts. Like this, many things have been banned in the past. Now also, okay, prohibition is there in Gujarat. Now you tell me, many of your friends, relatives would have told you that they get liquor whenever they want. Bihar also prohibition is there, prohibition liquor, but they can get. कहाँ से आते हैं ऐसे लोग? So banning is not a solution. We have to find right means, appropriate Swiggy type systems. So Swiggy type systems से हैं लोग ना. So the idea is banning is not a solution. We have to find appropriate mechanism to enforce the thing, to implement the things. Banning is not a solution. So that way, if we analyze, then we can write. It violates the privacy. How it is violating the privacy? Right to reproductive autonomy, right to bodily integrity, right to reproductive choices is one of the component of right to privacy. And this has been recognized by the Puttaswamy case. Right to privacy is one of the extension as part of our Article 21 of the Constitution. And reproductive choices, reproductive autonomy is component of right to privacy. It has been well established and recognized in Puttaswamy case. So don't you think this is going against that? It violates the right to privacy. My privacy है, choice है, the way I want to go ahead. What kind of choice, reproductive choice I want to have, that is my privacy. ठीक है? So that way, it minimizes the pool of healthy mother. How? Now, when I am telling that as a couple, you are supposed to check the availability of surrogate mothers in your biological relatives only, among your biological relatives only. हो सकता है उनके साथ कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, कोई फिट ना हो, कोई एज क्राइटेरिया में ना आए. There would be issues. But at the same time, if I give a notification that I'm looking for a surrogate mother, there would be many women who would be healthy and they will be happy to offer the services to become surrogate mother. So we are minimizing the chances of the pool of healthy mother by putting such restrictions. Are we good till here? People watching online, YouTube, understanding? Yes, no, at least a yes, no लिख दो. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? Are you developing this holistic understanding? Okay. It discourages adoption. Yes. How it is discouraging adoption? Adoption is underutilized option. This is saying ban commercial surrogacy, but allow altruistic surrogacy. So don't you think that it is contradictory? बैन ही करना है, altruistic surrogacy को भी बैन करो, commercial surrogacy को भी बैन करो, ban surrogacy altogether and tell that if you want to go ahead with child, you single man, you who want to have a baby, you single women who want to have a second child, why don't you go and adopt a baby? Already in orphanages, there are many kids who are looking for a home, who are looking for a family. Show courage and allow that. So it is contradictory. It is discouraging adoption in that way by allowing the altruistic surrogacy. सबको एक इमोशनल लगा होता है कि नहीं अपना चाहिए, अपना बेबी, अपना ही है सब. एसक्यू होना चाहिए, स्पिरिचुअल कोशेंट होना ही चाहिए, है ना? Okay. Difficulty in implementation. So many conditions are there. If the act has to be passed in its current format, don't you think that unimplementable features are there? Problems of data verification will be there. Collection of data verification. No, collection of data in the first place. There is no portal. There is no control mechanism. Who will be monitoring? Let's say who has to go ahead with surrogacy. उनको कहीं रजिस्टर करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए? स्टेट बोर्ड्स बनाने की बात कहे हो, लेकिन वो स्टेट बोर्ड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देखेगा. देयर कैन बी अ बॉडी, देयर कैन बी कि भाई whoso wants to go ahead with surrogacy, they have to register, they have to come here, they have to tell, then we will give a certificate or we will allow. कुछ होना चाहिए. Surrogate mother के लिए आपने certificate health का लगा दिया, but what about the implementation of overall features of the act? Don't you think it will be difficult? It will be. So these are the issues. So these are the challenges. ठीक है? Hope you all have understood it properly. Yes. But don't end your answer here itself. We have to suggest certain way forward. So you talk about that proper counseling should be given to the surrogate mothers, about the medical economic implication of the surrogacy, and government should ensure that whosoever is undergoing surrogacy, they should be given proper information about the economic implications, about the medical implications, right? Then if they are taking informed choices, informed decision making is happening, then it is good. Strengthening of surrogacy contract. Okay, so all surrogacy contracts should talk about medical care, should talk about hygiene, should talk about the nourishment of the surrogates, should talk about the insurance, and should not only end till delivery, it should also cover the postpartum impacts or the period. Postpartum depression hota hai, usko cover karna chahiye. Mental issues, mental health. Sometimes the mother, they have certificate that they are fit for the delivery, they are mentally, physically, psychologically, they are fit. But what after delivery? Postpartum depression is one of the issue. It is well known fact. So what about that? So it should be covered. Bridging information asymmetry. So here the role of middleman comes only when there is information asymmetry is there. Then only 1.5 lakh will be charged, 75,000 will be kept, 75,000 will be given. And it also puts surrogates mothers over the risk of cheating, exploitation. So information asymmetry, awareness, ये सब फैलाना है. Are we good till here? Those who are watching it online, we have covered one issue of the day, that is surrogacy. Now we are left with the second topic of the day, that is RTI. Hope you all have enjoyed. Any comments, please let us know. Hope you all are following, you all are understanding. Sir, please repeat this, strengthening surrogacy. Prajwal, okay, wait. Yes, that is logical also. Sir, please repeat the point. Pool of mother, healthy mother. ठीक है, करते हैं. So healthy mother, Shivani, I got. Prajwal, you let me know strengthening surrogacy contracts. So basically, one by one I will come. So difficult, minimizes the pool of healthy mother. Shivani, it means that when I am confining the age and pinpointing that you have to look for biological relatives only for surrogacy in this age group. So don't you think that I have confined my choices? But if it would have been open for all, I would have got the suitable mother, surrogate mother, irrespective of whether my relative or not. So is it not confining or minimizing the pool of healthy mothers? Because there would be problem, हो सकता है मेरे relation में कोई हो, उसके साथ कुछ issues हो, कुछ problems हो. So it is minimizing the pool of healthy choices. कभी-कभी लोग cousin में, especially in southern part of the country, it has been observed, cousin के अपने issues होते हैं. Cousin में कई बार जो हैं genetic issues भी होते हैं. What about that? Nutrition के issues होंगे. In Muslim community also, yes. Coming to your point, Prajwal, is that strengthening surrogacy contracts. So surrogacy contracts for now, जिस format भी हैं, we need to improve the implementation of contract and we need to cover, it should not only cover the delivery, okay, this much amount will be given and you are covered. Or altruistic it is there, it will be covered. But here, the couple should be made liable, accountable for the post-delivery situations, post-partum scenarios, situations, overall medical care, hygiene, nutrition of the surrogate mothers. So all the agendas, all the points should be clearly noted, presented in the contract, and it should be implemented. So we are discussing that how we can strengthen the surrogacy contract based on the issues which we have discussed. Sometimes people have abandoned their child. Twins, they have abandoned one child. Down syndrome, they have abandoned. Sometimes during surrogacy, when commercial surrogacy was going on in the country, the women, they were living in a hostel. No clean air is there, no food is there. अब ऐसे environment में वो कैसे बच्चे को जन्म देगी? हॉस्टल में रह रही है. Okay. Okay, so what you are asking, Shivani? Okay, sir, but isn't it a bit unethical also, sir, that your relative is doing it? मतलब रिलेटिव को अग्री करना पड़ेगा ना, तो ये तो एथिकली हुआ ना. इन व्हाट कॉन्टेक्स्ट यू आर सेइंग दैट वी हैव टू डिस्कस. If that's why it is ethical altruistic. If your relative should come and agree to that point, yes, I'm ready, I will do it for the sake of the family, for betterment of the family, for future, whatever. So in what way you are saying it is unethical, that वो समझ में नहीं आया मुझे. चलो ठीक है. Next we will discuss about the next issue. All those who are watching on YouTube, are we good till here? Are we ready to proceed with the next topic? Yes, no to bolo. Shakila, if you are there, Nilesh, whosoever is there. Now we are left with the last issue of the day, the issue which we are going to discuss from the mains point of view. Shriram, are you there? ठीक है, चलो. Whosoever is watching, if you have joined now, we are going to discuss the topic of RTI in a holistic manner. So you can cover this whole issue here only in another 30 minutes. You will be ready to write the answers. Okay, so let's understand it. Everyone from the class, please open. Like the whole process overall, I'm saying, sir, I understood it's after the consent, but the whole idea of a relative carrying the baby, that's what I'm talking about. मतलब देखो, ये वैसे तो बैन ही कर देना चाहिए, लेकिन ये कंसिडर इसलिए भी किया गया कि ठीक है, इन फैमिली पीपल अग्री टू गिव देयर लिवर, किडनी ट्रांसप्लांटेशन, बायोलॉजिकली क्लोज रिलेटिव्स, पीपल अग्री, तो वो हो जाता है. कभी फैमिली के नाम पे, फैमिली के सपोर्ट पे लोग करते हैं. सो व्हाट दैट स्कोप इज बीइंग सपोर्टेड हियर. कमर्शियल को तो बैन ही कर दिया. सो इट्स अनएथिकल और नॉट, दैट हैज टू बी डिसाइडेड बाय द रिलेटिव. दे विल नॉट अग्री. कंसेंट वो कहते हैं कि भाई मुझे नहीं करना. सो हियर दैट स्कोप, द प्रैक्टिस व्हिच इज देयर, उसको एक्सेप्ट किया है rather than completely banning it. Okay, we are going to discuss right to information. It is very important from GS2, transparency and accountability. Governance में transparency and accountability है. And as I told you, in GS4 also there is one topic in Unit 7. Those who have attended ethics classes, they know about it. Otherwise, if you have covered your ethics portion, then also you know that RTI is one of the topic in Unit 7, GS4. Okay, are we good till here? Okay, चलो डिस्कस करते हैं अभी नेक्स्ट आरटीआई के इश्यू को. So why we are discussing this, there is a context to this as well, and the context is कि अभी एक कमिटी है, एक एनजीओ है. The name of NGO is सतर्क नागरिक संगठन. सतर्क आएगा, कहीं कहीं मेंशन ही है, सतर्क नागरिक संगठन. सो सतर्क नागरिक संगठन ने कुछ अपनी रिपोर्ट निकाली है, फाइंडिंग की है, and they have found something which we will use as one of the argument in our points and observation in other points. So they have found कि कहीं कहीं बहुत ज्यादा वैकेंसी है और कहाँ पे किस तरीके का रोल रहा है in the appointment process and all, so we will discuss it. So in that context, we are discussing the whole RTI issue. That is one aspect. The second context is RTI, if you know that it has been enacted by the Parliament in 2005, sorry. It has been enacted, it was enacted by Parliament in 2005. So right to information is one of the fundamental right also under Article 19. But according to this right to act, it is a statutory right which was given to us by Parliament through RTI Act 2005. Okay, and which is the important value which is going to implement transparency and accountability. This is what, when, how, through act, provisions are there. But another component which you should know, ये जो ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी की बात चली है क्यों चल रही है? क्योंकि करप्शन हुआ होगा, कुछ इश्यूज होंगे, जिस तरीके से गवर्नमेंट को फंक्शन करना चाहिए वो फंक्शन नहीं कर रही है. सो आरटीआई एक्ट इज देयर टू मेक द ओवरऑल प्रोसेस ऑफ गवर्नेंस अकाउंटेबल, सिटीजन सेंट्रिक, to contain, to check corruption, to empower citizens. So if you take the help of these keywords, you can write very good introduction. And I will also tell you few words, few points which you can sprinkle here and there in your answers, and you can note it down. So the first point is, in words of Thomas Jefferson, he says that, Thomas Jefferson सबको पता है, अगर वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री आपने पढ़ी है तो, नहीं भी पढ़ी है तो भी पता होना चाहिए, ठीक है? सो थॉमस जेफरसन, और अगर अभी नहीं भी पता है बस इतना ही नाम लिख लो. अकॉर्डिंग टू थॉमस जेफरसन, इंफॉर्मेशन इज द करेंसी ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. इंफॉर्मेशन इज करेंसी ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. व्हाई इज ही सेइंग दैट? ही सेइंग जैसे करेंसी होती है ना, करेंसी का क्या रोल होता है, पैसे का क्या रोल होता है? बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल होता है कुछ चीज खरीदने में, डेवलपमेंट में, होल प्रोसेस में, इकोनॉमी में. In the same manner, information is such a currency which plays very important role in the development and emergence of a vibrant civil society. Means the development of whole democracy. So he's saying, in his words, information is a currency which is very important for the development and emergence of the vibrant civil society. This is the observation of Thomas Jefferson. Not only that, second point which you can note it down, we have United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, UNDHR, and also we have International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, 1966. I will repeat, United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, 1948, and International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, 1966. Both recognize that right to information is very important component of human rights. It should not be curbed regardless of the frontiers. ऐसा नहीं boundary है तो boundary की वजह से we cannot have information. We can have access of information. It is very important component of our human rights. Both of the conventions, United Nations, they have recognized it. ठीक है? Are you all understanding? So this 2 points you have added, United Nations, UNDHR, and IPC, CPR, ICCPR. ठीक है? So 2015 में launch हुआ, and before that, let me tell you, if you draw a timeline also, so 2005 में तो आया, उससे पहले 1997 में एक ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी बनी. उस ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी को बोला गया कि भाई आप बताइए आरटीआई में क्या करना है. एंड इन 1997 तमिलनाडु एंड इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग गोवा, both of these states were having this right to information act. Provision was there. Then in 2000, those who have attended ethics classes, we have already discussed about how active Aruna Roy and Nikhil Day, Mazdoor Kisan Sangathan MKSS, they were active in Rajasthan. गवर्नमेंट को, पंचायत को, उनको अकाउंटेबल बनाया, राइट? So there we have discussed. So because of their efforts in 2000 also राजस्थान में ये राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट हुआ, एस्टैब्लिश किया गया। ड्राफ्टिंग कमिटी ने अपना जो उसको प्रोविजंस देना था वो 2001 में पार्लियामेंट्री कमिटी गेव इट्स रिकमेंडेशन। 2002 में सुप्रीम कोर्ट गेव अल्टीमेटम, नाउ इट इज हाई टाइम, गो अहेड विद आरटीआई। 2003 में गवर्नमेंट ने फाइनली इसको कंसिडर किया, बट 2 साल लगे इसको नोटिफाई होने में, एंड फाइनली इन 2005 this was notified and it became, in 2003 the bill was given, president gave the assent, but 2005 में it finally the bill was passed and it became act. It came into force. So broadly, for your understanding, I have told you briefly and broadly. ठीक है, everyone, those who are watching it online, YouTube, are you guys okay, understanding how you should present? So through these discussions, we are also understanding many answer writing tips as well, okay? अभी RTI तो आ गया. What is the objective? Others who are here with me in the class, any confusion, please let me know. Okay, now if you just imagine the way we have discussed, objectives क्या होंगे इसके? Values लाना है ट्रांसपेरेंसी एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी का, कल्चर ऑफ सीक्रेसी को इसको हटाना है, करप्शन को हटाना है, लोगों को एम्पावर करना है, यही सारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं। सेम ऑब्जेक्टिव्स यू विल राइट in order to replace culture of secrecy with transparency, empowerment of citizens, promotion of transparency and accountability, elimination of corruption, transformation of relationship between citizen and government. We are here in the social contract. Citizens ने अपने rights दिए हैं, we the people of India, हमने constitution बनाया है. So it is further strengthening the relationship between the constitution, between the representatives, that is government, and the citizens. It is a tool. It is a tool, and thus it dismantles the illegitimate concentration of power. Here it is citizen-centric governance. Okay, so if you have thoroughly understood that what is RTI, objectives definitely you can write. अपने मन से भी लिख दोगे objectives. So these are the objectives. ठीक है, but इतने objectives होने के बाद भी the journey is not full of roses. इसके अपने अपने issues हैं. What are those issues? Let's understand. So the issues here are diluting independence. The first one. All the points are written. I will tell you, note it down. So if you all are aware, 2005 में तो ये एक्ट आया, but 2019 amendment होके एक एक्ट आया. 2019 amendment of RTI has happened. So 2019 amendment to act, what it is talking about, it has diluted the powers of the CIC. CIC means Chief Information Commissioner. I am sure that you are thorough with your polity concepts. Cover किया है? Okay, good. So CIC, Chief Information Commissioner, State Information Commissioner. पहले इनका tenure, earlier their tenure was of 5 years, but this amendment act has reduced the tenure to 3 years. Now you tell me logically, if I have to give any independence to my, let's say somebody is working with me in future, उसको टेन्योर देना पड़ेगा, उसको सैलरी देनी पड़ेगी, फी, उसको हॉलीडेज देने पड़ेंगे, be it anyone. So that is how you give independence. Otherwise, every time I will be intruding. So that way, especially when we talk about constitutional bodies and the law enforcement agencies, अगर उनको independence देना है, then how we will ensure that independence? Through tenure, fixed tenure, through salary, fixed salary, appointment process has to be fair. Like this only we will give, right? So what Amendment Act has done, here you do mention about the 2019 Amendment Act. This has diluted the tenure. It has decreased from 5 years to 3 years now. salary. Earlier, the salary was that the salary what Chief Information Commissioner and State Information Commissioner will get. So you must have read in your polity book that Chief Information Commissioner will get the salary equivalent to the Chief Election Commissioner. And Information Commissioners, they will get the salary equivalent to the Election Commissioners. Same was the case with the State Information Commissioner. अब प्रॉब्लम ये हुई कि अभी गवर्नमेंट ने सैलरी फिक्स कर दी है. गवर्नमेंट ने बोला कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट विल डिसाइड, they will decide the salary. They have fixed it. It will be determined by the government. उस सेंस में फिक्स किया है. Now what kind of interference? What kind of independence? Are you all understanding? Everyone? People who are watching it live, समझ में आ रहा है issue, whole issue? This is how you should analyze from mains point of view. The context was that our संगठन, नागरिक संगठन, सतर्क नागरिक संगठन, उसने ये किया है finding, but we are covering it as a issue. Third issue, issues in appointment. So here comes the role of सतर्क नागरिक संगठन. They have released a report card. Basically, before I tell you the findings of their report card, let me tell you, under section 12, या जरूरी नहीं है याद करना, under RTI there is a provision that who should be appointed as the Information Commissioner, Chief Information Commissioner. So they mentioned that the commissioner should be selected from among those persons, the persons of eminence. ये नोट करो, person of eminence in public life, who are exposed or who have wide knowledge and experience in the field of management, journalism, science and technology, social service, दो तीन याद रखो, law. So the people who are persons of eminence in public life with the knowledge of these fields, they should be appointed as the commissioners. You can check this in your Lakshmikant as well. But what is happening? So here comes the role of Satark Nagrik Sangathan. You substantiate. They have found that there are issues in appointments. They have found the problem is bureaucratic appointment is happening. Bureaucratic appointment is happening. So what was their finding? So they have released a report card of Information Commissions 2019 and 2020. They have released a report card of Information Commission 2019-20. They have found that 84% of CICs, Chief Information Commissioner, 84% of the Chief Information Commissioners are from bureaucratic background. जो अभी तक अपॉइंट हुए सब ब्यूरोक्रेटिक बैकग्राउंड के हैं, इंक्लूडिंग 65% are from the IS lobby, IS community, IS officers, IAS. Now कुछ तो होगा झोल, किसी को अपने पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट चाहिए होते होंगे, किसी ने अपनी सेटिंग कर रखी है. So this is one of the observation. Issues in appointment can be understood with the help of second example as well. This is the Satark Nagrik Sangathan Observation Report Card. They have identified that bureaucratic appointments होते हैं. Second observation is, we had this former Chief Secretary of Maharashtra, whose name was Ratnakar Gaikwad. Ratnakar Gaikwad. So ये जो रत्नाकर गायकवाड़ साहब थे, ये चीफ सेक्रेटरी थे महाराष्ट्र के, and he was favored for the post of state chief information commissioner, जो स्टेट लेवल पे कमीशन होते हैं उसके चीफ, in 2012. So he was favored. मतलब ये डिसाइड हुआ that he will be information commissioner, chief information commissioner, स्टेट लेवल पे. जब तक उनकी रिटायरमेंट नहीं हो गई till then 9 months the seat was kept vacant. That was the heights of favoritism. The position was kept vacant for 9 months till he retired. When he retired, then इनका स्वागत हुआ. So what kind of independence we are talking about in the appointment? There are issues in the appointment. Third issue. Hope you all have noted it down. I'm clearing this out, okay? कुछ होगा पूछ लेना. The third issue is poor suo motu disclosure. So we have section ऐसी क्या क्वालिटीज थी उनमें, ये वही थी, ये वही समझ सकते हैं, वही बता पाएंगे. Section 4 of RTI is there. Section 4 of RTI Act, and it says that there has to be suo motu disclosures. Suo motu disclosures. ये मेंशन करता है कि हर डिपार्टमेंट को suo motu disclosure करना चाहिए. And you know what is the importance of suo motu disclosure? The सतर्क नागरिक संगठन DOPT ने भी ये टाइम टू टाइम पाया है कि अगर suo motu disclosures होते हैं, then it has the potential to reduce the RTI application by 90%. If all the information is disclosed openly, properly on suo motu basis, then we can reduce the number of RTI application by over 90%. It will fall. ये importance. RTI ने, sorry, DOPT ने भी इसको बोला कि it is important. RTI Act is also mentioning. We have seen with the help of data also that what is the potential. But the problem is with respect to the compliance. DOPT has found that compliance is not happening. Various departments are not following. Very few departments are following this. Okay, where I will disclose the suo motu disclosure. If ARETE Academy has to disclose something, there has to be a platform, there has to be a channel, there has to be a medium. Website ही नहीं है कई सारे departments की अपने. So in 2021, websites of most of the central and state public authorities still don't put up the information required. अगर website है भी तो वो information नहीं डालते हैं. So there are 17 subsections, not required, just for your understanding I'm telling. This section के अंदर 17 points are there, 17 subsections are there. वो सारी information आपको suo motu disclosure करनी है. But website होने के बाद भी नहीं disclosure कर. Just understand what is the situation. Okay? Are we good till here? So suo motu disclosures are not happening. What is the importance? That also we have discussed. And RTI has also a provision कि अगर ये disclosures नहीं हो रहे हैं, so section 4 says that RTI Act empowers the Commission to impose penalties on PIOs, Public Information Officer. हर डिपार्टमेंट का एक पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन होता है who will be responsible for processing the RTI application और उसको इंफॉर्मेशन देगा. While, so that is the responsibility. Compliance की responsibility किसके पास है? PIO के पास है. Now you tell me, if tomorrow I appoint somebody as PIO, let's say Rashmi is my PIO. Satakshi is applying for some information. Rashmi will tell, I don't have the data, I can't give you the information. Is Rashmi accountable for that, or ARETE Academy is responsible? Organization itself is responsible first place. So the public authorities, the public department, if they are not only giving the information to the PIO, however, PIO is representative of ARETE Academy only. That is not the problem. But on the whole, even though Rashmi is representative of ARETE Academy, the same department, same organization she is working with, but still, or whatever public department, public authority she is representing, if the government, the organization, if the department itself is not providing the information, whose fault is this? PIO's? No. So who should be held accountable? Department. But here the compliance fixing accountability is on PIO's. So poor suo motu disclosure में समझ गए कैसे किस डेप्थ पे इश्यूज को एनालाइज करना है? Everyone, Those who are watching online live, are you guys understanding in what depth you should analyze the issue? Simply, if you write in the examination that suo motu disclosures are not happening, my dear students and my dear friends, it will not help. You need the depth of the analysis. You need the depth of the points. What is the meaning of suo motu disclosure? What is the status of suo motu disclosure? How it should happen, why it is not happening? Then only we can come above these generic points. Otherwise, we will struggle with the generic points, general marks, or sometimes we will not get the interview call as well. Okay, everyone? Are you all understanding? Chalo. Good. People from the class, any confusion? Good. Next issue is misuse of the section 8. So section 8, it says that there are certain information, it tells about the grounds on which the information can be withheld. Like the PIO can withhold the like National Security, Official Secrets Act के अंदर जो provisions है उसमें mention है कि भाई इन grounds पे आप PIO will not give, can deny the information. So that is also happening. So PIOs are rejecting requests without due consideration. Sometimes they don't have even, they are not having enough training. I think that is also one of the point. We'll see. Okay. So misuse of section 8 is also happening. It mentions the ground like integrity of the sovereignty of the country, IPR, related data, Official Secrets Act के है. So it decides whether this information can affect the friendly relation with any country or not. So there are provisions on that basis. Many times PIOs they are rejecting. Okay, everyone. Okay, good. Threat to RTI activist. So it has been also observed, Gauri Lankesh, if you know, time to time you must have come across the information or this news that how RTI activists are getting killed in Bihar. In the class itself, those who have attended the class, I think part of the classroom program itself, we have discussed that in that specific period, more than 20 RTI activists has been killed. However, I will tell you here other data, so don't worry. Threat to RTI activist, Gauri Lankesh, across country, especially in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Bihar, mass level पे killing हो रही है. Mass level में मतलब targeted killing. ऐसा नहीं है कि mass extinction हो रहा है. Okay. So here you will write one or two names. Then you will talk about Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative findings. Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative findings are there. So what that finding is telling, it is telling that 99 RTI activists have lost their lives. 99 activists have lost their lives. More than 180 have been assaulted since 2006. So this is complete data. Sometimes I have observed that the students will write the data to substantiate, but they will write incomplete. You have to mention full. You have to tell the name. You have to tell what fact. And since 2006, then it is relative and then it is complete. Are you all understanding? Oh, is it? Okay, that I have to check because वो होगा तो वो तो बहुत ही dangerous हो जाएगा. So that provision itself is very dangerous. ठीक है? So threat to RTI activist, and also these activists, they are termed as the blackmailers. They are termed that okay, उनके motives, उनके intention. Sir, 180 have faced the threatened assaults. So these activists, they are termed as the people with ill intention, they are misusing the RTI, they are against the government, they are urban Naxals, right? So on these names, they are not, they don't want the government to function, they are Naxalites, they are supporting ideologically urban, they are urban Naxals. Gauri Lankesh ke case mein ye hua, right? Some activists are who got killed because of RTI other than Gauri Lankesh. बहुत हैं यार, मतलब she was famous, that's why I'm telling you. There are many. Maybe you can Google it, you will get many names. I just don't want to overburden you with the names. That's why I chose one. Okay. Poor awareness generation is there. This is the act of the government. We know. Government has kept every act for the creation, ICT provisions, they will reserve certain data, they will reserve certain amount that, okay, this much fund should go for ICT, awareness, creation. But here it has been observed that majority of the awareness is being created by NGOs through kathas, through workshop, through public lecture. And we know that how Aruna Roy and Nikhil Day, Aruna Roy and Nikhil Day, they are actively involved in this. So a lot of onus is there on the NGOs. What government is doing. Even the latest example of RTI advice app has been launched. So this, sorry, not RTI activist, poor generation. RTI advice app has been developed by Money Life Foundation. Money Life Foundation, which is again, it can be downloaded on your smartphones, but it is again an NGO, foundation. Okay, everyone. People who are watching online, hope you all are taking note of it, whatever we are discussing, so that you can see later, revise it, and just don't go away with this feel-good factor, ki our class was good. I should also do like that. Have some substance with you, then only you will feel like. Okay, poor awareness generation, poor record keeping practices within bureaucracy. उनका रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करने का तरीका ही इतना गंदा है कि उनके पास इंफॉर्मेशन देने का तरीका ही नहीं है रहेगा, because data itself is not there. Today we are talking about data is a new oil, but it is very hard to retrieve that oil or that information from the bureaucratic, the government departments. Sometimes it will be unstructured. Sometimes it will be not available because file system is there. So data kahin maintain hi nahi ho raha hai. Okay, so file system is there. Just hold on. So file system is there. So data itself. Just 1 minute. Yeah. It is unorganized, unstructured. File system is there. Red tapeism is there. Complex process of maintaining data is there. It cannot be used in its present format or in the format how it is given. It has been observed that if you file for RTI, it will given in 100 pages. Now you have to hunt for data. Sometimes the volume of the data which will be given, it will be very discouraging. Sometimes they will not disclose the data. So poor record keeping practices provides more info than required. Yes, that is also happening. भाई जितना मांगा है उतना दे दो ना, नहीं और लो. So they will discourage you. आज के बाद से data मांगना नहीं. Then we have the issues of higher rejection rates. कई बार awareness नहीं होती है. Sometimes they will reject the data. No, this person wants to take this data because of ill intention. They want to settle their personal score with the government or for a personal vendetta. Political parties, they are involved in this. Opposition party is involved in this. Sometimes it will be not disclose the information, will be not given, saying that it infringes the right to privacy of an individual. Sometimes the public information officers, they are not receiving in proper training that what to accept, what to reject. So it has been observed by the Satark Nagrik Sangathan itself that 45% of public information officers did not receive any training. Thus, they reject most of the applications without the application of mind, much of application of mind. दिमाग का application नहीं करते हैं और जो application है उसको ही reject कर देते हैं. So this is also happening. By Satark Nagrik Sangathan has observed this. 45% of PIOs are not trained. Are you understanding? People who are watching it live on YouTube, these are the arguments, and this is how you should substantiate. Not this in arrow format. In your answers for notes, it's good. In your answers, you should write, explain, and then substantiate it with the help of data. This is the answer writing tip which you should remember. High level of pendency is there. So again, Satark Nagrik Sangathan, they have observed 3 years, 2019, 2020, and 2021. In 2019, the pendency was 2.18 lakhs application, 2.84 lakhs application in 2020, 2021, 3.14 lakhs. So it is increasing with every successive year. Satark Nagrik Sangathan, they have found this, that there is high level of pendency and 3.14 or 15 complaints and appeals are pending with almost 26 information commissioner. However, that is not important for you. You just remember this कि ये data कैसे बढ़ रहा है. Okay, rising backlogs. So this data was also gathered by the Satark Nagrik Sangathan. It shows that appeals and complaints are pending with information commissions, and it is increasing also over a period of time with every successive year. Next, defunct institutions. Okay, so ये समझ में आ गया how it is increasing. So this year wise we have categorized. Okay, this is lakhs. Next is defunct institutions. 2 information commission, Jharkhand and Tripura. Out of these so many states and union territories, they are completely defunct. Jharkhand's information commission is defunct from 29 months. Tripura's information commission is defunct from last 15 months, respectively, 29 and 15. ये problem है. Manipur, Telangana, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, any 2 examples you can write. Their information commission is working without chiefs at present. So we have discussed about 29 months wala, without chief example is there. With respect to women representation is only 5%. Only 5% of all the positions or in the commissions are being occupied by women. So अभी ये defunct में क्यों डाल रहा है? क्योंकि women representation ही नहीं है. Women representation होता है तो अलग तरीके की accountability रहती है. Gender के अपने representation होता है. So that way also, if you analyze. And several information commission, including the Central Information Commission, they are working with reduced capacity. Next point is non-imposition of penalties. So it has been found that even though irregularities are there, problems are there, information commissions, the commissions were not able to impose penalties in 95% of the cases. where penalties was due or chances were there, हो सकता था, where the penalties were potentially imposable, है ही नहीं. And also note another point, it is not given, 12th point, poor compliance. So here we will take the example of our body itself, UPSC. So long back, the Chief Information Commissioner, they told UPSC कि भाई बच्चों को इतना क्यों परेशान करते हो, 1 साल की प्रोसेस तक क्यों रुका के रखते हो, प्रीलिम्स का रिजल्ट आया, किसने क्वालिफाई किया किसने नहीं क्वालिफाई किया, दो खत्म करो, मार्कशीट रिलीज कर दो, लाइक अदर स्टेट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, पीसीएस कमीशंस आर डूइंग. यूपीएससी ने बोल दिया हमसे ना हो पाएगा. बहुत सारी ऐसी रिक्वेस्ट आती हैं, इट विल इंटरफियर आवर सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस, सैंक्टिटी, सो दे डिक्लाइंड इट. आते हैं रश्मि, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट, डोंट वरी. पुअर कॉम्प्लायंस, चीफ इंफॉर्मेशन कमिश्नर ने यह भी बोला कि ऑल पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज शुड, दे आर कवर्ड, दे आर पब्लिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस, they are covered, they should be covered in the under the ambit of RTI. उनको एक्सेप्ट करना ही है, PIOs अपॉइंट करो और RTI को इंप्लीमेंट करो. बोल तो दिया, compliance नहीं है. Means that poor compliance is also there because they don't have sufficient power. Further, 2019 Amendment Act ने और डाइल्यूट कर दिया, टेन्योर भी कम कर दिया, फाइनेंस भी कम कर दिया, मतलब सैलरी को गवर्नमेंट का इंटरफेरेंस कर दिया. So poor compliance, poor power is there. My dear YouTube followers who all are watching it live or those who will watch it recorded, hope you all are understanding. Okay. So you note kar liya. So imposition, non-imposition of penalties, Rashmi, is that the fines, the cases where imposable penalties were imposable, जहां पे impose किया जा सकता था, ऐसा पाया गया है कि 95% of the cases में, even though the penalties were imposable, वो impose नहीं किए गए हैं. Okay? Commission did not impose penalties. Okay, have you understood, Rashmi? Others? हाँ, so इसमें हमने डिस्कस किया high level of pendency defunct institutions because they are working at reduced capacity. Human resource ही नहीं है उनके पास, ट्रेनिंग ही नहीं है, कई जगह तो ट्रेनिंग ही नहीं है. और you were saying any other point?
PIOs जो होते हैं वो जो डिपार्टमेंट के एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉइज होते हैं उन्हीं को डेजिग्नेट किया जाता है. अलग से वर्कफोर्स उसके लिए extra burden.
Okay, yeah, sometimes the issue is that the department, they feel that it is extra burden on the department because one of their officer, one of their person is only designated as PIO, so they feel that they are burdened. उसकी वजह से भी रिजेक्शन होता है, उसकी वजह से भी compliance नहीं होता है, compliance of not following the provisions of RTI. So that way, not this poor compliance, this poor compliance with respect to the orders of the CIC, that is the issue. Shivani is asking, sir, please repeat the defunct institution का data. Defunct institution में क्या data था अपने पास? Jharkhand and the Tripura. So Jharkhand Information Commission is defunct from last 29 months. Tripura State का Information Commission is defunct from last 15 months. Only 5% positions are represented by women. Manipur, Telangana, these states are not having chiefs from, like, they are at the moment, at present, they are not having chiefs. Okay, they are working at the reduced capacity. But it's not that everything is dark and gloomy. RTI is known as the sunshine legislation. Yes, So sunshine legislation बोला जाता है because it is most extensively used transparency legislation in the world. You will be surprised to see that nearly 6 million applications are filed under RTI Act every year. 6 million per year RTI applications are filed. So it is the most extensively used RTI application, transparency legislation in the world. It has been also observed that the largest or the larger proportion of the applicants, they come from the poorest and the most marginalized section. Those who have attended the previous classes ethics, there I have told you this story of a woman in Delhi, how her kids were not allowed to get the reserved seats under RTE, Right to Education Act के अंदर 25% of the seats are reserved for people from economically weaker section in the private schools. So private schools मना कर देते हैं, कहते हैं seats full हो गई. Then she filed RTI कि बताइए कितनी seats आपने दी हैं economically weaker section को. पता चल गया है कि कुछ नहीं दी हैं, seats खाली है, फिर उसका admission हुआ. So it was a tool for the people. She was a migrant family, not a migrant worker, migrant family थी वो in Delhi from Bihar. So the idea is large proportion of applicants are filed by poorest and most marginalized. She was able to get. And during COVID-19 also, RTI applications were filed to ask about the quality to hold availability of the medical facilities, ventilators, ICU beds, government departments with respect to delivery of food grains, social security, the benefits which were to be given in distress conditions, including the migrant workers. RTI demonetization के टाइम भी किया गया था RBI के पास कि क्या आपकी एडवाइस गवर्नमेंट ने मानी थी, तो RTI में डिस्क्लोज किया RBI ने, नहीं भाई हमने इंस्ट्रक्शन दिया था लेकिन हमारी बात नहीं सुनी गई. So that way you hold government accountable, that way you get the information which is important. And sometimes the public spirited citizens, activists, they have used the information from RTI to expose corruption, arbitrary abuse of power. We have seen हर केस में हुआ है, 2G स्पेक्ट्रम के केस में हुआ है, कोलगेट स्कैम में हुआ है. Even information has been accessed about the electoral bonds, anonymous electoral bonds, about the nature, about the fund. I think this we have discussed already in our class, that how RTI data has disclosed that how much percentage has been used by the regional parties and non-regional parties. अगर आप लोग को याद हो, initial days में हमने इसको discuss किया है. Even the Prime Minister office has been, the information has been queried about the expenditure from the PM Cares Fund. And as I told you that exposed corruption and scam, so Commonwealth game scam, 2G scams, coal block, हर जगह जो है RTI ने help किया है. And one you can add, today itself, today it was in news, किसी ने RTI फाइल की and they have got to know that Karnataka has not got the funds from the Animal Welfare Board. So Karnataka has not got the Animal Welfare Board grant since 2016. So stray dogs होते हैं, उनके ऑपरेशन होने रहते हैं, उनको मैनेज करना रहता है. इसके लिए एनिमल वेलफेयर बोर्ड स्टेट्स को अपने इससे रिलेटेड अदरवाइज भी एनिमल वेलफेयर बोर्ड का अपना फंड होता है which they are supposed to give it, pass on to the states. From 2016 this fund has been not given. This information was given as a reply of RTI. So Animal Welfare Board of India has not released any grant to Karnataka under its Animal Birth Control Program since May 2016. So Animal Birth Control Program के अंदर उनको फंड देना पड़ता है स्ट्रे डॉग्स के मैनेजमेंट के लिए, स्टरलाइजेशन, इम्यूनाइजेशन. हाँ, तो ये भी हुआ है. ओके. So important judgments. Are we good till here? Everyone, all my students who are following it online. Hope you guys are enjoying understanding the issue in a holistic manner and making notes as well simultaneously. Okay, chalo. So there are two acts, Bhagat Singh versus CIC in 2007 and Jayanti Lal and Mistry versus RBI. So here, in this case, one fact was established that whosoever is applying for RTI, there is no need to provide reasons that why you are seeking that information. So an applicant making request for information shall not be required to give any reasons for requesting the information. I am requesting. Why I am requesting? It is none of your business. I am a citizen. It is my right. So you give me my right. You don't ask me why I need it. And Jayanti Lal and Mistry versus RBI case mein, important judgment mein, it was found that PIOs under the exceptions which is provided under section 8, हमने discuss किया ना, section 8 of RTI, there are exceptions which are provided. So this judgment found that many PIOs under the garb of the exceptions given under section 8 of RTI are not disclosing the information to the general public, which is their rightful right. They have rightful right to get that information. So the ideal of government of the people, by the people is getting diluted. This was highlighted. Are we good? Are we all on the same page of understanding, of processing, of making use of this information? Yes. Then we will wind up this topic by discussing the way forward. Whenever you are writing, take from the issues and tell. Make the heads of department personally responsible for the implementation of section 4 suo motu disclosure. Don't make PIOs accountable. As I told you, Rashmi will be not accountable, even though she is my PIO or the PIO of her respective department in future. ARETE Academy or the department should be held accountable. Strengthen the RTI. In order to make RTI strengthen, we need to strengthen the Whistleblower Act. We need to strengthen the Grievance Redressal Act. Because it has been seen that many people are using RTI as a tool for grievance redressal. It means grievance redressal mechanisms are not as strong. So we need to strengthen RTI by operationalizing properly the implementation of whistleblower and grievance redressal. Third one is, in order we need to curb the attack on the RTI activists, which is happening. So proper safety, security, debates, discussion should happen. ऐसी चीजों को बढ़ावा ही नहीं देना चाहिए, ठीक है? And reliable online system to apply for information. Even though you can apply online, but information आता ही नहीं है online. This has happened with me. I think I have discussed my personal experience and other personal experiences as part of our ethics class. So we will not discuss it here. You can also write the Bihar model. Jankari over phone, you can just make a call and you can get the information. So that model is also there. RTI on wheels, it is happening in Rajasthan. So I think I have shown you that image in the ethics class. RTI on wheels, गांव-गांव में एक वैन जाती है, लोगों को सुनाती है, इंफॉर्मेशन देती है, अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करती है. Right? So this is about the issue. With this, we end today's class. And we are done with our today's class of ACE classroom module. And hope we all are on the same page of understanding. Any confusion, please let me know. Jan Suchna Portal Rajasthan, yes. Sir, please mention if we possess any act regarding the protection of whistleblower in your personal experience. मतलब Please mention if we do possess any act regarding the protection of whistleblowers. Whistleblower Act है ना भाई? Whistleblower Act is there or not? So it's there. उसके provisions को और strong करने की बात हो रही है. That's what we discussed. Okay, Prajwal, Whistleblower Protection Act is there. Okay, Satakshi, feeling good? How was the live experience? Amazing. Okay. Others? Prajwal, do you want to ask something? Darshan, how was your experience of the first day, first class? And those who are attending online, live, YouTube, you can share your experiences if you are still watching and let us know your feedback. And we are done with today's class. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for participating. Have safe Deepavali, happy Deepavali, and green crackers. Hope you all have gone through that video or whatever is your way. God bless you all with happiness, with prosperity, with discipline. लक्ष्मी जी की पूजा करना है तब जब सरस्वती माता की पूजा करिए, ठीक है? पैसे तक पहुंचने का जरिया है, पहले अपने आप को मजबूत करिए, ठीक है? So wish you all happy Deepavali, happy Dhanteras, and see you all for YouTube next time. Monday we will meet, and those who are in the class we will meet on Wednesday. Okay, chalo then, let's wind up. Let me see what people are writing. Sir, can we link whistleblower act with RTI activists? Sometimes if they are in department, then they are whistleblowers. Sometimes they are highlighting the issue, they are whistleblowers. Happy Deepavali. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Have a happy Deepavali and safe Deepavali. Yes. Okay, chalo then, guys, take care. Bye-bye. See you all. And YouTube live. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.